you can hear me here, but here comes another day of GRLCS, the fall split. I was almost said spring of 2021, season 16, I believe. And I'm Let's Go Dragon here, and alongside of me, I have my co-caster, not Benio, but this time it's actually going to be Asami Kirito. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. I just ended up getting Vex. So I'm starting off this stream already hyped and probably just as hyped as this team who's already going all in. Gabe Koshiki burning the ignite already. The Yumi is alone, has no one to help her, and the cat goes down. First blood to the Mingos.
Good. I mean, it's a cat. I mean,
Burn. I mean, absolutely
what
lovely.
a what an interesting start for the Mingos over here. I mean, they were able to pick up the first kill. Unfortunately, Rel was the one to pick it up thanks to the ignites and just finishing off that kill. But nonetheless, it's still going to be an early advantage. They'll have extra gold. You see already boots bought by Gabe Kachi, so maybe we'll even see early roams coming out of him because he has the extra movement speed. Even having a control ward on top of all of that as well. So he's going to be sitting pretty at the very least. While we're looking over at, well, since we already talked about Gabe Kachi, how about we choose the Mingos in reverse style, where Gabe Kachi playing the Rel, Chandler Clark playing the Jinx in the bot lane, Rally in the mid lane, playing the Vladimir with no flash, mind you. And then in the jungle, we got Adam Suki playing the Poppy in top lane, not TJ Lanier, but Tien subbing in here, playing the Kennen.
Yep. And on the other side, we do have, I think, hold on, give
Pigs
me
might
one
fly.
second. Yeah, pigs might fly. Sorry, my brain is still trying to recover from work. But we have pigs might fly. On the other side, we do have Fluffy, Fenrir, and Nidalee as the Yumi Misfortune bot lane. Smooths as the Victor in the mid lane. Rembones playing the Lee Sin jungle, and Mr. Bumrush as the Dr. Mundo in the top lane.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this game will go. Especially with such a good start for them. Unfortunately, Rally didn't get an assist on that, and he's the one that had a Dark Seal for the start of the game as well. So he would have appreciated those extra little AP stacks. But in any case, here we're looking for another engage in bot lane. Ooh,
Yep. And I mean, immediately, just because the cat doesn't have or has hopped off, they can just chase. But you know, obviously with Lee Sin there, oh, uh, actually re-engage going on now. The ignite already burned. They're trying their best, but the kick will miss. There's the thumbs up. The fortune follows with a flash, but the flash and the heal, or not even a flash, just the heal will be invested by Chandler Clark. There's Gabe just making fun of them and their attempted kill down there.
it was a really good engage coming out for, first off by Chandler Clark and Gabe Kachi. Really good engage. We saw Fluffy jump off because he wanted to get the man off all around Gabe Kachi, but he clearly forgot that Gabe had his E, or at least that he took E second. So then he was able to get the stun off. Yumi was stuck off of a champion, so he couldn't heal the misfortune either. So they had to burn a lot of summoners in order to make up for that mistake. And then Rambo's coming down here, able to get the flash or the heal, but we're looking for yet another engage. Yeah, another engage here. Looks like Nidalee is going to go down. Gekachi getting a little precarious situation himself, but unfortunately will go down to Rembones as well. Chandler Clark now lone survivor down here in the bot lane, but still looking to see. Maybe he can get a little something out of this other than just farming up the minions. Maybe get something on the Rembones, possibly. Doesn't have to jungler nearby, but he can at least act like it.
Yeah, but I don't think they're buying at all, especially since Poppy has now showed top side, the flash being used by Mr. Bumrush. It kind of just looks like Remos is being there for the experience just to try and push out wave as well. But really, I don't think it did a whole bunch. I mean, the CS is nice. Bumrush is down here just to annoy Adam now as well.
So, pretty interesting, especially with how long that Rembones decided to stay in the bot lane just to keep that wave pushed in over at the Jinx's tower. So and letting Nidalee come back to that state. Looks like and Suki's looking for something top.
Yeah, and I mean, since the flash is already down, they'll be able to get it, but Bumrush will be able to trade it since there is no flash on Adam Suki. Feels.
Yeah, Looks like there is only one flash available over on the side of Glacial Mingos, and that's gonna be Chandler Clark's. So not gonna be seeing too much out of it just yet. And Akatsuki says there's streamed game 2. Honestly, I don't remember why I picked game 1 over game 2. I thought it was a little bit closer, but I'm not exactly sure in any case. And then also, Bless was mentioning about the former PTG member Tien. Yes, that is him over in the top lane subbing in.
That D1 and only Tien topside?
D1 is the only. The Gate Kachi also just doing the rel little taunts. Very, you know, I felt like with the newer champions, they were going like less and less of these spammy sort of things, and then they released rel, and it's like, oh no, they absolutely know what they're doing.
We. No matter what, just we. What's surprising to me is that Bum Rush actually hit 6 before Tien. That's surprising.
Yeah, definitely so, but Bum Rush did also opt in to use his TP, so there is a possibility that like Tien just had a bad back, lost a couple minions at the very least, and he doesn't even have, or Bum Rush did finish push in this wave, so he does have its minion lead in the sense that he finished already his wave of minions, while Tien still needs to finish this one. So there is that whole thing as well. We do see Adamsuki as well as Rambones over in this top side, so perhaps maybe we'll see some action up there. Don't have the Return spawned up until like 1 more minute here, just about. So we're not going to see any action just yet, at the very least. But perhaps we may see that it's spawning up here soon.
Yeah, and I'm wondering which team will be able to go there first. Obviously, they have spotted out Adamsuki, thanks to a very nice deep ward, so they kind of know his passing. Since he didn't show their top side, they're assuming that he's making his way bot more than likely, in which now they do have confirmation he is at the red. And, well, I guess you don't really need confirmation when they're just waiting for Bluffy to try and hop on. They're going to stop him. They're going to get the kill. Gabe Koski just waiting and hoping for that kind of moment.
I gotta say, Gabe is doing a real good job on this rel in order to stop this Yuumi. You know, whenever Yuumi jumps off, you know, he wants to try to get some mana, but first a little bit of a fight here.
Yep, and obviously you're going to use the Slicing Maelstrom, but it's not going to do much because it's a Bum Rush, Mundo, tank, and kill.
Yeah, now tower dive into bot side, man, action everywhere.
Yeah, and Gabe, he still is going to die. He didn't use the flash, probably thinking he didn't have to, but it is unfortunate that it is going to be a 1-for-1 trade in the bot side. But hey, at least they're able to get some play before Chandler, who's playing the hyper carry of all things.
Yeah, Jinx I still consider as one of those hyper carry sort of champions that can just run.
And no, going to the cat!
No, not the cat, not the cat.
Stop, she's already dead.
Speaking of the cat though, I know there's some things talking about how Vets is originally Yumi's master, so, but speaking of which about Vex, well, I mean, there might be a fight happening here soon, because everyone's here, so I don't know.
Yeah, and he doesn't have his... Yeah, he doesn't have the passive. Now he has it, but he should still end up dying here. Tien will pick up that kill. Well, once again, Fortune this time is the target, and she will go down. And there it is. She will go down. The cat's now the other option for Chandler. Chandler's kind of limit testing here, just like towers. I don't care about towers.
Yeah, I thought it would be really. I thought it would be really funny if Gabe or Chandler just runs in, out, tower dives the cat just to gold reset the cat, because they killed her already 3 times now without any kills returned. So that means each time they kill the cat, it's going to be less and less of a return. Maybe a little troll. Like, very potentially very.
Whoa! That was a lot. The Hemo Plague used onto him. He just got back and he's already at half health, and now they're gonna try and You get the kill on him. Smooth is going to have to use his flash. Rally can just chase him down still. He's waiting. He's going to get the ignite. He's going to pop him with the Q. He will pick up the kill, but Rally is still going to go down. Great stun there. And now, well, Fortune and Cat. Hey, what's up? Remember these guys? Yeah, they're back, and they're back for blood. That's going to be one kill. Fluffy is the next target here. Tien will flash it, try to save his teammate, but instead he actually is going for the Poppy. Instead, now it's Rembo's who's trying his best to get away. The Rocket will end up dodging, but he will pick out a double kill, but it doesn't matter because Chandler Clark, he's the hyper carry. He's the one you should be focusing, and that means he will be the one to get another kill. Chandler Clark is dominating everyone on this Rift today.
One sec. Is this the right game? I feel like did I intentionally pick Jinx hyper carry? Any case. Oh, you're seeing it right now. Jinx hyper carry is coming out, and it's a little too late for it to dip back out. So here it comes. If I meant to go for game 1 and game 2, it's a little too late now. But
look, we're looking at the script. This wasn't supposed to happen in this game, okay? The script told us a lie.
You know what they say? Fuck it, we're going live. And
Yep.
Azuki looks like he's going mid.
Yeah, Azuki just says, "Fuck it, I'm going mid. I'm going live. I'm going fucking mid." And now Rally, he's coming back in. The Hemo play just comes up. It comes up a little too late. Rally, it's gonna be just fine. Now it's Smooth. He's the target. He's not gonna fall. He's gonna be just alive. Now here comes Nidalee with the Yumi. He's gonna get the stun, and they turn it around after turning or having their gang turned around. And Rally's the only one who survived in the mid lane brawl.
What happened? I think we just saw a fight that lasted like 8 minutes.
We absolutely did.
Like, this has been an all-out brawl. Gold lead is now shifting slowly back over to Pigs My Fly, thanks to the Rift Herald down mid, so they get first tower gold. But now we also just have Jinx that has full platings over for herself as well. Oh my goodness, there's so much money on the map. So much money. So many kills.
Yep,
Looks like we're going on the dragon now, but can we see a steal? I don't think so, just because it's a Poppy, but maybe looking for something else here, maybe a couple blood. A couple kills.
Yep, but the dragon is going to be taken. It is going to be the Fortune suffering Chandler Clark's wrath. And it looks like now they're going to get the trade, man. Knockup, it's great, but there's still a very fed Jinx to be very fearful of. Rally even comes in to help out. There's a thumbs up. And her Gabe going to taunt a little bit on the Lisa, and now they're gonna get the kills. That's a double kill, make it a triple kill, and it's Gabe. He's dancing. He's the money maker here, and he's happy to help out.
Oh, I just wanted to point out that you just during the whole time of that team fight, he just went. He stayed here, and he's still taunting. He's still taunting. Yeah, let me pull up the scoreboard again now. You know, that was really that was good over for a side to Pigs My Fly. You know, a little bit of those skirmishes. You got Smooth's a double kill. He's now has his full mythic item. Great, amazing. But now Rowley has a couple kills under his belt. He has 6 stats on his Dark Seal. He's probably going to go back and grab his own mythic item at a Jinx. Well, she's 707. So very terrifying.
Yeah, Bum Rush even had to pop his own ultimate there to just stay alive against the Kennen. And, you know, obviously, you don't want to hit, like, the, okay, we should probably panic button. But, like, right now, this is the, holy, what happened? Why is the Jinx 707 and have 41 CS, or almost 40 CS now, over our Fortune? What went wrong? I'll tell you, everything went wrong. Literally everything that you could have hoped not happening went wrong. And let's be honest, Gabe has played out of his mind on this rel. I didn't expect that, like, at all. He's been incredible. And then goes on to the cat again! This time it's Adam Snooki who pulls the engage. But you can tell, how is the support at... Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, sure, why not? Because, you know... Vladimir and Chandler. What? Yeah, okay, never mind. It is time to panic.
Yeah, we're panicking. I'm out of here, guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness. Also, hello, Mr. Dr. Pepper Porter. Haven't seen you since the summer split. Hope you're doing well. It's watching the Mingos play as the Rel has still not returned to bot lane in like a solid 5 minutes. Okay, and
Whoa!
still, even though she's not bot lane, still giving away kills to the ADC and look like the rush is the next one. Also, I feel like I'm super zoomed out. Let me zoom in a little bit here.
Wow, Gabe is literally standing still taunting. There goes the tower dive. They're going to be able to pick up this kill way too easily. Chandler Clark is legendary. And Gabe Kochki and Adam Suki, you guys are mad lads, but you're geniuses. Rally's going to go down. That's a big shutdown going on to the Victor. And currently right now, that's really the only person you want the shutdown going on to. Because, let's be honest, it's probably going to be Victor, who's the only one who can deal with Chandler come the later stages of the game. And that's even if he stays alive against the CC train that is Mingos.
I also want to point out that Smooths, I'm sorry to point this out, you flashed into a wall. I saw that. I was like, we were going to try to play it off, but then I was like, Rally doesn't have flash. There was no one else there to flash into that wall. I am so sorry. I had to point it out.
He's not sorry at all. I left it out completely. He pointed it out for a reason. Attack this man. Well, actually, don't do that.
And
guys, can you stream MGM versus Mingos in an hour?
All right. If we can speed run through all of the games, like I won't even go on break. I will just pull up the next game, change the names as we're loading in. If we can do that, then we'll at least make it a game 2. I don't think we're making it game 1, I'll be honest.
According to the good old Amir, he does say it's the best game in this season. So we have to watch it. But right now we have to watch Adam Suki. He pulls the engage button once again onto Nidalee. That is a great ultimate, and it's going to be almost a double kill. Great ultimate by Chandler Clark, and now here comes Rally. He's rallying on over. He wants to pick up 1 kill. Nidalee is going to get paused by the Vladimir ultimate, but he'll be just fine. And that is a great turnaround there. Nidalee having the perfect positioning for an ultimate like that.
This man don't miss. I mean, if you exclude like the early game ultis that we saw earlier, but like this man doesn't miss. That was the second Super Mega Death Rocket coming out from across the map, and now here comes another.
Nice. Yeah, Chandler Clark, he's doing it fast, but he doesn't have to back up there. You can taunt all you want, but the fact of the matter is that you got the jinx, you got the shutdown. That's nice and all. Lee Sin, you fall off come the mid-game stages. There's a Vladimir that can take you on right now. You will end up falling. And now Rally can get away. No, he's going to go down anyway as well. There comes the stopwatch cannon. Takes out the MF, but there's that happening as well. That was another shutdown being taken, but they could have just taken the Drake there after even trying to pick up 1 kill, and now Gabe, well, he's not afraid. Gabe's just not afraid.
Yeah, not afraid at all. God, he's taking so many cleavers, though. Oh, dodge. Okay, happy feet, okay.
Happy feet, wombo combo.
Wombo combo, happy feet. Amasugi in a bush. Gonna hit the E. Boom, easy. Okay.
Ooh. Yep, and now they're turning straight on them. You have to realize this is a Dark Harvest Poppy. Poppy wants to fight. I mean, Poppy always wants to fight, but oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys know about the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Obviously, Adam Suki is a big fan of them because he loves to fight. My God. And well, look at that. What is that? What is that?
A 2-item jinx.
That's a 2-item jinx.
That's a 2-item jinx.
Oh.
And normally we're talking about the 3-item power spike, and we're not even here yet. Imagine 3-item power spike when it hits. Oh God.
She almost has that IE up and ready.
Run. But speaking of running, it looks like Rembo's running in.
Oh! The biggest ultimate Magnet Storm into the Slicing Maelstrom. That is a triple kill. That is a quadra kill. That is the biggest play from Gabe Kochki TN. What a play. What a move.
Alright, who took the penta though?
I believe that was Riley. I think Riley popped the living daylights out of Rembones at the beginning.
You know what? Very fair. And he does a lot of damage. He's the 2-item Vladimir that we always talked about, how, you know, that's his power spike. Mage just typically has that 2-item power spike. So popping the Lee Sin, But it's getting quite scary. I mean, we haven't even mentioned like gold lead or anything. It's 8K gold lead, but I promise you, like at least half of that's over on the Chandler right now. We're looking at it. Yeah, it's over half. It's 6K gold lead in favor on just Chandler Clark. That's 2 items over the misfortune that he has on him. And then we're looking at other places around the map. Only 700, surprisingly, only 700 gold lead over for Rally, even though he has a better score and, you know, better farm. He's still doing quite well for himself there in order to keep up with the game. So good on that for Smooths. Jungler, even technically Rembones is doing better thanks to his just farming a lot better against Satsuki. And in top lane, we're seeing a little bit of a deficit, seeing a 1.7K gold lead over for TN, but that's again due to just farming really well. 40 CS lead.
Yeah, and I didn't want to say, Dave is wanting so many of these fights. He even tries to engage there. That is so much damage. That's just a pop. Gabe doesn't even have to connect for the fear to be instilled.
That is the 3-item Jinx, by the way.
Oh, yeah, 3-item Jinx with the IE just means he can pop anyone. Chandler Clark's not afraid, except for now when they have to run away. Now it's time to be afraid. Even the ultimate being popped, Chandler Clark will be just fine. What a weird interaction there by the Yumi going onto the Mundo, but that's just fine. Now he can back instead. And they kind of know, so Chandler is trying to bait him into TN. TN is going to add the ulti. That is a great ulti from him. And now the rest of the team has the wrong name. He sacrifices the cannon. The cannon is left behind. And he really is living up to the name. That was Goku leaving Tien to bite the dust.
Yeah, he literally just went back in and it, what was it called? Like flash burn or what does he do?
He does tri-beam. Tien does like tri-beam or something like that.
Yeah, I know that. But
yeah.
He also has like there's also that flash move. I forgot what that.
Oh, like is it kind of like the thing that that Krillin does? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. What is it? Final Flash?
Final Flash, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not Final Flash. Okay, Gabe Koski just coming in on his own.
Yeah, man,
Chandler Clark is.
You gotta get his own CS, you know? What are they gonna do? Tower Dive Rel?
Chandler Clark has no idea. Now he knows. They're gonna get the shutdown, but he goes up to the cat. The cat takes the shutdown. No wonder you tortured the living hell out of him. The cat took the 700 gold shutdown.
Let's see, and then Chandler, thank you for correcting me about the Final Flash thing. Thank you. I haven't seen Dragon Ball in a while, but Rembo's going in. Oh.
Yeah, Rembo's going in and Rembo's going out.
But Smooth's getting another kill.
Yeah, Smooth's TPing in. He does use the flash to help get a kill. And, you know, good job, Les. Yeah. You real one. And, well, TN is going on the chase now. Okay, well, the fight's already over before it even started. That's one shutdown. No flash means he can't really do anything else. Rally ends up seeing the Mundo, dodges the Meat Cleaver. He's now on the run. He's trying to dodge everything. The Super Mega Death Rocket even goes wide there at the end. But now Rally is almost back up to full health. He'll be just fine. The Magnastorm comes out, but it doesn't connect onto anyone. Gabe Koski throws out a thumbs up as they evade it. And finally, the fight is over. Or so I think. Rally might just go back in along with Gabe Koski, who's, again, on the chase. He's looking for an engage. Instead, they back away. Hopefully, I can finally rest up. But I don't even think I'll be able to.
I didn't realize they added Team Deathmatch to League of Legends. This is crazy, you know?
This is insane. I didn't realize, like, I think, what, 2 seasons ago or 2 splits ago or something like that, me and Vid, we would joke about the LPL suddenly being in the GRLCS. The Mingos just instilled the LPL mindset. We fight. By the way, did we mention we're gonna fight? Don't know if you guys know that.
I wonder if we can beat the previous record of 4. What was it? Was it 3 times as many kills as there were minutes, or was it 4 times?
Yes. I think it was 3 times.
All right.
But he had to get out quickly.
Maybe eventually with one of these games, it's only at 2 times right now, but it's getting there. But it looks like we're moving on over to this Cloud Drake here. We didn't even mention them taking the Drakes at all because we're too busy just.
Wait!
I didn't noticed we're already over on our Cloud Rift, but yeah, that was 4 Drakes down. I think they had 1 Herald at least. This is very.
You're so right. This is VCS aggression, dude. And another thing I want to point out, Fortune doesn't have a second item, and that Jinx has just completed her 4th. Hello? Does something not seem right here, guys?
No, I mean, like, if we look over at the gold difference, it's still 6k, so it's a 2-item difference. It's still a 2-item difference here, and it's very scary.
Got a shutdown and still just bought the second item.
No, it's okay.
This is
at this point, we're just comparing carry. Here, let me switch it up for you. There we go. We're comparing carries right now. Chandler Clark.
There we go.
There we go. It's a little bit. It makes a little bit.
Why did the Vlad just 1v1 a Mundo? What is happening? And now here comes Adasuki, but he had backup, and now they'll be just fine. Here comes a lot of CC trying to be put onto Chandler Clark, onto Game Koshki, but it doesn't even connect. My eyes.
I'm gonna put this back before I forget. But I mean,
why did Boomrush just get 1v1?
You know, honestly, I do like Bum Rush opting in for the Anathema Chains. Really good item, but Tien now.
Whoa! Tien with the fly, they go straight on to Smooth. They take him out. Great Magnus Storm that connect as well. They're gonna take out 4 members. And Mr. Bum Rush says, wait guys, I just backed. Why would you try a fight? The fact is, they didn't try to. They tried to run away, and now you are the next one on the hit list. Tien wanted to take you out. And the only person who doesn't even survive is the one who went in afterward, which was Rally.
Yeah. So, well, now we're just going to shove it down mid lane because it's only Bum Rush left. What is he going to do? He has a Mundo. He has no wave clear in there. In fact, actually, he has no HP bar. So, like, there's really not a lot you can do as the Mundo trying to defend the base from this 19-2 Jinx. Really scary game, and we're still going for the cat. Congratulations, Amigos, for getting your 4th win here. Oh, okay, a lot of random sounds just happened at the same time. Not sure what that was. Maybe it was a double explosion, potentially.
I think that game just couldn't handle what in the world was going on.
I mean, honestly, same though. But we're just gonna. I guess if we don't want to take a break and we want to try to speed run through these games, let's try to get this next one in. And let's switch over to a scene so you guys don't look at my background. Actually, I think if I hit this, you guys shouldn't see anything. Yeah, there you go. A nice blank screen for you boys. Going to be loading up the next game here, which is going to be Ergata versus NGN. If you need to get water, feel free. Just go run and grab that. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm should be all good for the next thing. Also, newsflash. Don't, or I say newsflash, but this is just a friendly reminder. Do not buy the orbs. I rerolled Dawnbringer Morgana. I just opened up some orbs. Dawnbringer Morgana was the first thing that popped up from the orbs. Take that as you will. Friendly reminder from Riot's personal funding machine.
Just responding to some Discord. I'll need to change the scoreboard too.
All right, so while we do wait with a blessing game to watch some Mingos till next time, lads. Till next time, partner.
Oh, do you want to step out then?
Oh no, that was Mr. Dr. Pepper. He was saying.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I don't have the chat up, but all right. Bye, Mr. Dr. Pepper.
We love you. We love you. Come back and visit us. That's a lie, actually. I don't love you. Rex does. Toxic. Toxic caster.
Let's see.
Oh wait, Nightbringer. Why does Nightbringer Lilia look so demonic?
I mean, I think that's the. I think with this one, they were really going for the opposites look sort of thing. I mentioned it before with the Kane skin, how like usually the more rugged, brutish Rost is now more so like an orderly but jagged sort of look with his it's like really like instead of a like an orc kind of vibe that you get out of him, he feels more like a tank, like an organized machine that's just it's hard to kill. Versus the Shadow Assassin, which is more so like a graceful sort of look. Instead, it's now more of a feral sort of like, you know, he's still like very fast, very assassin like great. Instead of graceful, he's more of the feral, more of like yeah, a wild animal
Yeah.
sort of feel. I like it. And then with
Yeah, I like
Morgana
it.
on the Morgana on the Dawnbringer again, but with the prestige skin. And then on the other side, it was Lilia plus one more.
Uh,
I
for
ran
Dawnbringer, Lilia,
or Nightbringer.
Kane, and Vex. Nightbringer was Nightbringer was going to be Lilia and Tryndamere
Ah, right, I forgot about Tryndamere. Tryndamere is
and
the odd
Kane.
one out. I think honestly, Tryndamere was just a person to fill in because I feel like he fills in the role for Nightbringer very well.
Yeah, because no one likes him.
Oh dang, sad, sad. All right, let's
All the
get.
Tryndamere mains feel feel the pain suddenly.
All right, let's see. Do I remember any person from this? Second Wind. I remember him. He is on the. Now I actually had to remember who teams names. I want to say Second Wind
Oh wait a
is
minute,
over on MG
I remember Dope
Mercenaries.
Nuker.
I want to say Second Wind is over on MG Mercenaries. So I want to. So this is Urgot. Or
Hey, hey, Bless. Is that right? Second win on MGM.
I feel like it.
Uh, just making sure.
Feel like at the very least.
Yeah, I feel like you're correct on that. I just honestly do not remember because my memory's
Sure.
about as good as a stick twig. Stick
And then
twig?
I think
Bug twig.
these are 2 and 1. And then pretty sure this is it. So MGM. And let's see. You know what? Let's just go ahead and hit the play button. You can go ahead and introduce these teams then. I'm
Alrighty.
yeah. While I get the
So,
scoreboard.
okay. On the blue side, we do have Ergotum Academy. Is that correct? So Ergotum has El Dragon on the top side with the Camille. Apache Helicopter is going to be playing the J4 in the jungle. Dope Nuker having the Oriana mid lane and Trul and Gahim as the Aphelios and Lulu bot lane.
Yeah.
You want me to introduce
Yeah.
red side as well?
Go right ahead
Right.
because I'm still adjusting the scoreboard a little bit.
Okay.
Although
Right.
we're actually
Oh,
looking for a little early
that'll be fine.
skirmish right there.
Yeah.
No one can take down that
Yeah.
Apache helicopter early game.
It's not only that, but I mean, it's the Ornn. There's not much Ornn can really do come this early stage of it all. But hey, at least they can, poke. They got a grasp stack as well, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But
well, now that I finish editing, let's go ahead and introduce the red side, which is I'm pretty sure is MGM because I've seen Second Wind a couple times. Let's see. We're gonna have MGM over on the red side. We have Rikerno.
Rikerano?
We'll have the Ornn at the top lane. Second Wind in the jungle playing the Shyvana. In the mid lane we have Ezreal. Very sure that's Ezreal. Playing the Akali in the mid lane. Then in the bot lane we have Zelp and 08, 10, 11. Do you just put your birthday as your summoner name? Are we doxing you? Is this doxing? This count? Playing the Ezreal and Yuumi bot lane.
Yeah, we're gonna have numbers down there on the Yuumi, which makes sense. I mean, both the top laners have grasp, so they're just brawling it out. You love to see it.
You know, interesting. Honestly, I didn't even notice there was another Yuumi, compared to like last game. So this is the second Yuumi game. I also want to check the score. Okay, after how fast-paced last game was, I had to make sure we're not I didn't slow down this game at all.
That's fair. And well, Trul is taking a lot of damage. I mean, finally Zalba is starting to take a lot of it as well. But my goodness, he ate so much there.
This early game trading always a difficulty to worry about, especially when Lulu and Aphelios, just because of that, the Severum. I want to say Severum is the pistols. I didn't even remember. It was like Calibrum, Severum, Infernum, Gravitum,
It is Sentinel.
Uh,
Oh, and we got first blood. It's
no,
going
not
over
yet.
to the Orn.
Not
Oh,
yet.
wait a minute.
There it
Not yet. There it
is.
is. First blood to the Orn. Oh, because L Dragon kind of stood on the pillar just a little too long. I think he was confused as to why he was just right there. He was like, hello?
Yeah, so first blood going over to the Orn, which is pretty good to see since typically you think or you see the Orn is more of a not necessarily a weak side. He has really good short trades, but typically a weak sided just because he's super strong in the late game comparatively and he doesn't necessarily bully as hard as other people. So I'm just going to stick with my way I said, and he's going to be a weak side top laner in that first blood. Still going to be pretty nice for themselves.
Yeah. And Axiom doing very well in his trade there as well. And something interesting, Shyvana. Haven't seen obviously Shyvana a lot because of just the whole current meta and how, usually with AP it's been like, Diana or sometimes Lilia, but now it's more like Lilia top side and all these other top laners. And Zhao, well, Zhao's getting Zhao down, he's just taken out immediately.
Getting Zalped down. Now that's a verb. Yeah, he's just going to get taken down by Drool. These are really interesting names. You know, I'm actually just like, now I'm actually reading the champion names. I was like, huh, this is going to be an interesting game to cast with. Now we're seeing the TP come out from the Orn and trying to get away, and it looks like they are doing pretty good at it so far.
Well, mine is L Dragon, but that's just because L Dragon doesn't have flash. He's having a little bit of trouble, but because there is no flash on right around, they just have to try and slow him down. They will be able to slow down L Dragon, but I don't believe they can continue to chase. No flashes. Up means no chase for the Orn.
Yeah, none at all. So unfortunately, no kill or anything like that given out. But we will have to see. Ooh, we're seeing Apache helicopter looking for something. Can he get something? He's looking for a counter juggle. Actually, really interesting. But I think Sentinel got that with the
I think
snipe.
he missed it. Yeah, he missed. He did not get it off in time, and now Apache helicopter. He's the one on the run, and he will be just getting out of there in time. And that's just because Axiom had the lane pushed in, and well, now we have more fighting in the bot lane. Salp is again getting stopped down. He's gonna get exhausted as well. The heal being used by the Yumi to try and keep his ADC alive, but there's the flash forward. There's a take it down. Once again, True is gonna get that kill, and Axiom thought about going underneath, but did not hit 6, so that will not happen.
It's a nice early game for the Aphelios. I mean, he already has the new Cougar sitting for himself, and typically we see that Ezreal has usually a better time in laning phase because his power smites are over level 2 or 2 items. But at this rate, Struel might be able to get his set third item power smite, whatever Zap does. But he needs to be careful.
Think he's gonna.
Is also here. He might live. He might not because
he's gonna die.
Yet. So we'll have to see.
Yep, they got the backup there in time. The shutdown does go over to Shyvana. And here comes Dope Nuker. He's trying to do something here, but instead it's going to be wide on almost everything. They will take out second win, and now here comes the backup. They're going to end up getting a big shockwave to take down one, but there's a double kill for the helicopter. And now it is just looking nice and pretty, and, well, Rekarano is being hunted down by L Dragon. Instead, he will be able to dodge, thanks to the little ram that he is.
So this is pretty interesting how the game's going right now from Urgodum. I do want to point out Urgodum previously, at least, played in the Gold Cat during the summer. So nice to see here.
Oh! L Dragon. Is it fair to say L Dragon just got outplayed by a by a downer level Ornn?
No, just got lucky, easy. You know, it's never a skill thing. Whenever I die, it's always a luck thing. That's all you have to remember.
Yeah, I think it's because he did get burned down with the bombies. I think bombies might have burned him.
Yeah, maybe a little too aggressive on that one for L Dragon, but it's okay. He's still playing Camille, have a pretty good one item power spike whenever he does get it. Just a little bump for himself in order to help him take down the Ornn a lot better, whether he goes for the Divine Sunder build or if he goes for like a Triforce, something like that. And then in case he'll want a Sheen item, thanks to that precision protocol is just really nice on how much damage that can really provide you, and Sheen just amplifies it so much more. Thanks to that true damage part. It's not necessarily just turning your Q's true damage or damage into true damage, but it turns your entire net's auto attack, converting it into true damage, which is very, very nice. Does so much damage on top of it, especially against some tanks like this. So, whenever he does grab that Sheen and all that, and the completed Mythic item, I'm sure he'll have an easier landing phase against this Horn, but for now, Eldragon's just going to be taking a couple L's in the meantime. I mean, still up on CS though.
Yeah. I mean, that's a dub, but one thing I do want to also point out is the fact that not Eldragon, but Rikerano, he did get the Bramble Vest at first, but then he decided to back up on that. I guess he kind of just figured like, all right, the Camille's not really an issue. I feel like I can take on the Camille pretty easily. So let me start building towards the other item, or my other core parts to my item. And well, we're about to have another fight coming. Here comes the Ram. He already has one proc off. He's airborne, and that's just airborne for ages. Eldragon is going to be taken out by the True Dragon of Second Wind.
And that was a really good engage by Riker. He started off the fight and then just CC chains Eldragon in order to finish it off. Apache getting pretty good. Ooh, great unstoppable coming out.
Yep, and there goes the Cataclysm. He's going to be able to take out one, but Second Wind ends up taking out another. And now here comes the backup. Here comes the Akali. He's looking for a kill now as well, and Exium will be easily getting the shutdown goal there. And while it's a great response, it takes so long, and they're able to be punished for that.
Absolutely. So we'll just have to see how the rest of this game plans on going. Second Wind already finished his Gnasher's Tooth here, so it's going to be really good. You love to see a little extra. You always love to see extra attack speed on Shyvana, thanks to her Q applying all that extra damage twice. And Troll, wow, just doing so much damage underneath South's tower. He's not taking tower shots, so I guess technically not under his tower, but South still getting a bad end of that trade. Still staying in lane, but he has like no mana to spare. I'm sure he has like a Sheen waiting in his pocket at the very least, and he really would like to cash in on that, but Trill not letting him grab that power spike just yet.
Yep, and I mean, I'll just point this out as a pretty positive thing. Wow, that was an immediate flash coming out from Zhao, and now the Yuumi is doing the best to get away, but instead he's going to be taken out. Here comes Second Wind. He's looking to try and turn this around. He's going to go wide on that ability, but he'll be just fine. Ultimate may not connect, but here comes the Grove. It's going to be a shutdown now over to him. And now Exium is going to retreat, knowing that he kind of doesn't have his perfect execution up quite yet. It's going to solve for time. Now finally gets the perfect execution, but it will be Polymorph. It's going to use it to get away instead for the second part of the ultimate. And that is a disaster there.
Yeah, it's going to be unfortunate that it just came up, but you'll have to spend it in order to survive there for Exium. Not looking too great over for the MG Mercenaries at this point right now. But there is still plenty of time to get into this. This is only the early game. You still have plenty left to worry about. You do scale very well, seeing that you have the Ornn, you have the Ezreal that scales up very nicely, hits a 2-item power spike, and then on top of that, he's still a very strong late game carry. And then Shyvana's AP damage is going to be very, very strong. We'll just have to see if we can get over the hump of dealing with Apache Helicopter, who's been honestly around the map and doing a really good job at responding to a lot of these ganks and stopping them.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be able to stop this one here, because Reich is just going to take him out, but he's could go down and will. The Ignite's last tick does the job.
It's going to be very nice over for Eldragon in order to grab that. And it's turret playing over for South as well. A lot of money in their pocket, or some money, more money in their pockets at the very least. Not going to be a lot of money. They already spent, went back, grabbed the Sheen, grabbed the Kindle Gem, has some CDR, has extra damage on every Q. But we'll have to see what do they plan on doing next. Now the Second Wind's in the bot lane and looking for yet another engage possibly.
Yep, and they will be able to get it. There's a lot of damage being thrown out onto True, but True's doing his best to stay alive. He almost equally trades it. Here comes the teleport coming in from both sides. 2 teleports on the side of your Gundam Academy, and they're gonna be able to seal one, but it's gonna be another member going down, and now both Got Him and Dope Nuker are on the run. Here comes the Shyvana, here comes the Orin. They're both looking for some kind of damage. They'll be able to get away just fine as the Red Herald is brought down to the mid lane during the entire fight. Got Him is even forced to try and get away. He does have the shielding as well, so he'll be just fine.
Will be just fine. So, overall, not a bad trade. I mean, you were able to take down El Dragon and Troll, who's honestly dominating.
Yeah, right, as I said that.
Taking another person, but got him just able to shield his way on out of here. Riker still looking for another person, but second one be able to grab that dragon as well, so it's really evening up this goal. Wow, they're so close and pick up a kill. Oh my goodness, it's too low health.
There's a lot of greed.
Oh
Like, there's just so much greed there. I mean, you guys just have to back away when you're in that kind of situation. Instead, it's a flash being used by Dope Nuker, who just kept on poking and trading. But really, when you just look at it, just back away. That's all you have to do. Is surrender the dragon. They're not going to push it anymore. That's just overstaying.
I mean, they didn't necessarily get too hurt. Yes, he did have to burn that flash, unfortunately. As well as, you know, got really low. They try to look for another kill in order to maybe swing it back into their favor. They didn't really necessarily have a lot of things going on around in the map at the very least. So, not going to be very happy about that exchange, but it's nonetheless not out of the game just yet. We are transitioning now into the mid game. Seeing that we're about to hit the 15-minute mark where it generally happens. Like, went back in the bot lane.
Yeah, Truel is just gonna be going down here. He's trying to trade it, almost does. Got him use the Mega Growth, but it does, or the Wild Growth, but it does nothing. Those may not even being used by Truel. I don't think he had time to really get the Moonlight Vigil out.
Yeah, unfortunate. That's the second time that Truel tried to go for an all-in and get a trade kill off around the Zelt, but just comes up short of it thanks to like a Yumi heal, or even second one just coming in and actually finishing it off Truel beforehand. So unfortunate they weren't able to pick up another return kill. It's going to actually bring up a third death to Truel. Really good early game, but now it's fallen a little short. He's still doing fine for himself, so we'll have to see how it's going to really affect the rest of the map now that all these extra kills have gone over the second win.
Yeah, and XCM, he's going to go in. He's trying to trade it over. Apache is just going to stay alive. They even get the Herald. They're going to be able to secure one kill to shut down going on to Dope Nuker. That's a pretty nice shutdown as well. They're going to be able to take out the Akali with some help. And finally, it will be Rekarano. He will be going down. Dope Nuker is the one who slays him. And that is the one positive. You send up a lot in response, and they get a lot of fortune out of it.
Yeah, going to be able to take the Rip Herald on top of 3 kills is going to be really nice. And those were full, like, gold value kills. It's not going to be, like, anything reduced at this point. So it's going to be really nice over the side of Urgana. They were able to get a lot out of it, a lot of gold-wise, especially with that charge down mid lane. They're able to take down the tower after 14 minutes, albeit, so that means there's no extra platings for them to grab, but it's still going to be first tower gold in favor for Urgana. Able to get a little bit of a lead for themselves. Do need to be careful though. He is getting chased down by a dragon, and this dragon hurts quite a bit.
Yep, Dope currently on the on the run. Flash even used by second wind to help secure that kill. And they should know that Apache's there. They do. They did ping it. I think it's because of the great ward placements there as well. To be quite honest, down in that bottom side river.
Good ward placement. Since it is the mountain rift here, they are really making sure they have full coverage of that area. Since a little wall pops up now between the dragon pit, it prevents a little bit of the extra vision, and so putting it down a little bit lower towards that bottom entrance really secures yourself.
I mean, good job there to really help lock them down. It will be the miss on the second part of the perfect execution, but because XVM had such a great timing on that teleport, he'll be able to secure a double kill. And my goodness, the overextension down in the box, I think they were safe, was just a little much.
Yeah, a little unfortunate on that end, and a double kill going over to Etienne is going to be really nice for him to see. Snow probably really good champion order, Snowball lead, but now we're seeing Mill going for an
Yeah, the Hextech ultimatum coming out, and well, poor Ram just gets executed there.
Like I said, whenever Camille grabs that one item power spike with Divine Thunder, it's gonna help him get over the hump of dealing with Riker, who now has bought the Bramble Vest alongside the side of the plated steel caps. I was about to say Ninja Tabbies, so I stopped myself. But oh, got him. You're in the wrong jungle.
Wow.
You're in the wrong jungle. Oh no.
Yeah, got him. Just got destroyed there, and you can see Dumbnuger, he's using the command as a way to help his teammate out, but instead Execute is just so fed curly. He's gonna be able to take a double kill and almost escapes with his life. Instead, it will be the shutdown going over there, but now they are 4 members strong. That's gonna be 4 members down to the 4 on the other side, and MGM gets the dragon that they want for this Ornn and for even the Shyvana here.
Yeah, and Mount is going to be a good one to see. Oh, South gonna be careful.
Yes, Zalp taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, I do also want to point out, Zalp, interestingly enough, went for the Triforce build over the Divine Thunderer. Since Divine Thunderer was nerfed a little bit here, it does hurt his early game a little bit more. I'm interested to see how well this does. Typically, just because I still feel like Divine Thunderer's the move is just not as strong as it used to be. It's just like overall, it's just like still more, even though it got nerfed, still like just within range of the Triforce. I could still see building Triforce, but I feel like Divine Thunderer is still just more damage. Not exactly sure. I haven't exactly ran the numbers on that idea yet, but so far not going too bad. I mean, he hasn't died since he built it, so.
That's a positive. I think not. And well, Dragon, just saying, coincidence on me going in on the Ornn once again? I think not. And he does have the Hextech ultimatum. He will end up using it. Rakarano doing his best to just stall for so much time. He gets Polymorph, won't even get the Ram off. Dope Nuker will secure the kill, and now the Ram's the one being tortured down there. And immediately the pings come out for the Baron. It looks like they want to start this up.
Are looking to start that up. They do spawn out 3 people on the bot side of the map. They don't necessarily have the best of DPS, but they do have Etsium, who's really good at defending it, you know? Oh god, the limit testing. Oh god.
Oh, yeah, the limit testing was a little much. Really, it wasn't even limit testing. It was just him trying to escape and just couldn't. But they will be able to secure, got him. No, they actually turned it around. They secured a kill onto Dope Nuker. Got him is going to go down. That's a double kill for the AP Shyvana. And now here comes Apache Helicopter. He's going to get the Cataclysm down onto Zalp. Zalp ends up falling. Second win now is the last member. He's doing his best to fight for all he's got, but he will go down. The shutdown going on to the Camille. And now Eldragon looking for a cat. The cat trying the best to get away and finally will, but the interrupt there on the Ram is great. Now Apache is just fighting this off, and well, I guess we just get a healing battle of the century. Great job there to stop the Flash from doing much, and now both sides are just retreating. Well, minus Rikarano. Rikarano just keeps chasing, but doesn't know he's not going to be able to secure anything else.
Yeah, he is going to have to back off from this. He's looking, actually still looking at the very least for the Apache Helicopter since Etsium's here. He's going to be baiting it, taking the scuttle. You know, this is where you really attack the jungler's ego and just like, yeah, this is my scuttle crap. And he really wants to go in it, you know. Oh, he's like, yeah, that's like $100 just right there, just sitting around and he's grabbing it. But he knows better. He's like, all right, you know what? It's probably a bait. It's probably like an Akali's coming to pop up somewhere, and she suddenly gets a quadra kill. I'm gonna back up here, take my reset, take all the money I have, looking to build a GAs here. Really nice item as well in order to stay alive, since it looks like you are the one staying alive longest in the fight here. So, or like you're staying, you know, nearly the last one's out. So getting a GAs helps out in these 1v1s whenever you are lasting this long in the fight. So it's gonna be good nonetheless. But we'll have to see. Oh my!
Whoa! The combo was so clean. Got him. Also is gonna fall. He was impressed by that as well. the ultimate will hit. So that is just beautiful execution by Exium. My goodness, you could not ask for any better of a perfect execution than that.
Yeah, that was very flashy. I have no idea how much of that was necessary, but boy was it flashy.
It looked cool, okay? It's an S on style points. It's an S on everything. And now they're looking to turn it around. Apache Helicopter is on the wrong side of the jungle. Apache, you're playing for the blue side, not the red side. What are you doing over there? He's doing his best to try and escape. Escape plan not gonna go well. Boy, everyone just goes straight into the cataclysm. Everyone's in the cataclysm. Apache is just fine.
All it
And
took
a
was
great escape.
All it took was a flash and cataclysm, and now he stopped the bear. And look at him. Now
What
he's
a
gonna
lad!
What? Look at him. He's going to be late to the dragon, but I don't think that would matter considering that there's. Oh, Ezreal is still trying to get it back off. In order to get a power spike of his, I'm imagining he has the Mana Mune sitting in his pocket, so he's going to be a little late to the dragon as well. So it looks like it's going to be Urgata who has a little bit of that early initiative on the dragon site and able to get the wards down, know who's coming in, who's coming out, and know that not everyone's there just yet. TP used by Zalf, so they know he's not exactly with his team. So we'll have to see.
And the dragon's actually taken by L-Dragon there. And now we have another fight coming through. The shutdown going straight onto the J4. But Exium is still alive. He's looking for some kind of play here. He can't really get back in. He's so low. And now the rest of the team here to help out. Apache Helicopter, he almost falls, but he'll be just fine. So they take the dragon, they take the Scuttle, they take the team fight victory.
Well done there for Urgon Academy. Doing good on themselves in order to pick up are doing pretty good on themselves, winning out that team fight, only losing one member of L Dragon, but still securing the Drake in order to prevent them from getting that Soul Drake. Or the Mountain Soul, getting all those extra instances is not what you want to see whenever they're on the enemy team. So we'll have to see how this is going to plan out further. It looks like they are positioning at least to clear out wards near the Dragon Pit. I don't think they're actually going to be doing, or not the Dragon Pit, the Baron Pit. They're not going to be actually doing it, but now Troll, oh boy.
Yeah. Troll decided to back at a very bad time there. And he's almost going to fall. It finally does, but they take out the Akali. Apache Helicopter is doing his best to try and turn this team fight around there, but he will end up falling. Shutdown goes straight onto Zout. And now the rest of the team kind of just has to say, why? Why back there? Of all places, you back when they're pushing into us.
You know, the ego backing, you know? You have to just exert a little bit of that ego. Show us like, it's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and back here. It doesn't matter. It'll be fine. But unfortunately, he will be punished for that, as well as Apache Helicopter getting that return kill. So it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. So looking to do the Baron here with a AP Shyvana with Nashers. Definitely able to do that. And Triforce, I can also see doing a little bit more DPS against these objectives.
Well, another team fight coming through. Polymorph is going to stop the second part of the ramp. And now L-Dragon at the backside. No one really cares for L-Dragon trying to take out the Ezreal. He's trying his best to turn this fight around, but he's going to get taken out. That's a double kill. And now the Aphelios and the Jarvan are here, but they don't really have teammates to help them out. And wow. Well, Akali is doing Akali things.
Akali is doing
that's I don't think we have to cast this anymore. I mean, we just saw what happened.
Yeah.
Akali go Burt.
Akali do go Burt with that new, with somewhat new sort of skin Apache Helicopter. Now it's just gonna get chased on in. And yeah, sorry, you know, we didn't really cast that end part of that just because it was Apache Helicopter just kind of run away. Yeah.
I mean,
oh, the MGM versus Mingos game. It's just because, well, we still have one more game to do. Yeah, we know it's happening right now, but we still have to, you know, finish casting for everyone else's game. We'll catch game 2 if this finishes soon enough and we get the next game in. we will see at least on that how a status update on that. But unfortunately, or not unfortunately, but we do need to go through all these games because these teams, you know, they're just as important as well. When it comes to the GRLCS, we do want to give them their own screen times on all fronts. And then we'll move on over into the Mingos versus MGM game, which will actually be very hype,
Yes.
because it's
And
the two undefeated teams.
hey, you spoiled.
What?
Oi.
Huh? No spoiler.
But it's also nice to get kind of context on what happened in the past two games for these guys as well. You know, we can't just hop straight into a game and be like, yeah, we don't know what happened with MGM in their last game, but we know what happened with Mingos. It just wouldn't feel right. It wouldn't do them right. So we just have to do this game first. After we get this one, we'll see if we have enough time on our,
Because
scheduled program.
we do have a
We'll give it
third
to you.
game to go through, and then we'll go into the next one. And then I am excited to see the Mingos versus MGM game, but first we do need to get through this one with Ergonum
Game of the year?
versus MGM.
Game of the year potential?
Potentially, and then then they're in the second round robin. It'll be a second game of the year. It
Yeah.
was 2 games in a year in 1 year. Crazy. But for now, we're just going to be seeing a solid 3K gold lead over on the side of MGM. So they finally got the gold lead swing over back in their favor. Vespatide has been built by the Orin over for the Ezdium. So gonna be a nice bit of power spike. Cause
Whoa.
that wasn't even the call.
Like-
That was straight Zout doing all that damage. And you know what? Maybe I'm a believer. Maybe I'm a believer now on the Triforce. How much damage that did. Even building the Frozen Heart here in order to
This is
get
good.
defensive
This is a good
stats
position for
and
Rakarano.
and still getting
Oh.
quite a bit of damage.
Yep. And it said they're gonna be able to take the mountain. So, and here comes the rest of the team fight. But 2 members already go down. Make that 3. True is left on his own. He's gonna fall. And now it's the J4 who's left to run away. But look who's on the hunt. It's XGM. And XGM has been playing great. But there it was just MGM executing it to perfection. They take the dragon. And they should be able to take the game.
Yeah, they are looking to take the game here. We're looking over at the respawn timers. It's still an extra 15 seconds before we can get really anyone that can look for and just to execute the rest of the team before they're pushed. You see Apache Helicopter trying to delay it as long as he can. He has the Catalysm available as well. Guardian is down here, but he's just a little too late. Can't get the Wild Growth in. Second one looking for something. Dope Nuker also looking for something, but it looks like it'll be the game for Ergonum and MGM here. Congratulations to MGM for remaining undefeated so far in this week 4. Let me get this Nets game shown up here because I do want to watch that, and hopefully we can get it on in. Let me load it up. This is going to be the Dudbro Gaming versus Donzer's game, and you want to go ahead and introduce, let's see. I was going to ask you to introduce the teams, but I don't think you at least recognize. There you go. Just make sure you do that. Unpause the game. We'll just have it keep going while we're doing this. We're doing it live. It's going to be Donzers on the blue side, Dudbro Gaming on the red. You want to introduce these sides to us?
Yep, and also don't forget to stream it to me. But
Yeah.
on the blue side, we do have Donzers, I believe is what you said. So on the, we have ADR Multi-Rush as the Malphite in the top lane. We have ADR Rava as the Sad Mummy in the jungle. Dawn Zero is playing the Syndra in the mid lane, and Taida, one of the two, and Crims as the Ezreal and Galio bot lane, our good old friend Crims the Caster.
Yeah, not exactly having the best series right now, but hey, that could turn around with this one. In fact, so it's going to be interesting to see. I am still editing a little bit of the scoreboard, but I can just go ahead and do a quick rundown for the Dudbro Gaming. We have Kovu, who in the top lane playing the Silas, Duddy Brains in the jungle playing the J4, and in mid lane we got Fueled by Boba, same, playing the Orianna, and then bot lane we got QLUU and
Gulu.
Gulu and Aritone playing the Lucian and Leona, which does Leona's passive proc with Lucian's new passive? I want to say no, but anything can happen, I suppose. I really want to say no because it doesn't actually buff Lucian per se. But again, anything could happen with Red against Spaghetti Coden.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if it did work with Lucian's passive now. But at the same time, it'd be interesting to see it. And well, already you can see something going on. Kiaru or Kikobu, my bad. Why did I say? I think of Keanu Reeves, but Kikobu already getting some nice poke out.
Really nice poke out indeed. He needs. I mean, level 1 is, I would say, interesting for Malphites because some Malphites think like we don't level Q at all because it eats up so much mana. And the other one is like, oh, we'll just take Arcane Comment and I have a not a so bad level 1. And level 2 trade's looking even fine against Kovu as well, so interesting debate on that, but you need to be careful now because here comes Dirty Brains. Ooh, force out
Yep,
flash.
and yeah, that was the immediate flash there, so the big respect there, and overthrew on the Q what it looked, or overthrew on the little toss that Syndra had. It looked like that could have potentially procced the electrocute there.
Potentially. Over for Dobro Gaming, fueled by Boba, interestingly enough, opted in to buy the tier as a start, so looking to take a weaker early game and aim for just a really strong late game, or a 2-item power spike whenever you finish up that tier item. And alongside of your Mythic, it'll be super interesting to see how that actually pans out, because you lose out a lot of your early game kill pressure at the very least. You don't have any AP to deal with things. Even CSing can get a little bit tougher. But I mean, the tier also gives you a little bit ways to make it easier. But overall, I would say it's still a little bit rougher for you in order to get some farm off. So it's interesting to see the tier start and seeing how if it's going to pay off at all when we get to that 2-item power spike. If the road to that is going to be any difficult or not.
Yeah, I realize thing it's just because Syndra already gives Orianna a tough time because Syndra obviously can just get so much CC almost immediately with that level 3, so it's much stronger level 3. So just playing more respectfully, the weaker side is just fine for Ori since, I mean, once Ori gets that first item, it's kind of like, just a normal Orianna anyway. So I really just think it's kind of knowing like, all right, I should know when to take a nice fight or not. And yeah, I think that's kind of just the mindset that Boba was taking there.
Yeah, which is a fair mindset as well. I mean, you're really going to hit that 2-item power spike way harder than Dawn Zero is. So if you're really going to play for that, nothing wrong with that. We do see both junglers in the mid lane, but only one of them spotted out at the moment. They're both looking to see and make any sort of engage happening. They're finding it.
Yeah, they are finding it almost immediately. The fly gonna be used. Great job there to try and save his jungler, but instead he'll not be able to. And they're going straight over to Crims. Crims now go to flash forward, gets the taunt onto Orianna. They're trying to get the kill there, but instead they're not gonna be able to. Here comes the Silas. He's gonna pick up 1 kill, and just like that, Dawn Zero will be able to run away. Great rotations to help out with picking up your first 2 kills of the match.
Yeah, really good lookouts from Kovu as well as Fueled by Boba. I mean, Fueled by Boba was already there, so he didn't necessarily have to look out too hard. But still being there, following up with his jungler, he knew what he wanted to do, flashed in, picked up the kill over onto Rava. And on top of that, we also had Kovu there to help finish off Crims. So really nice on all those fronts. The taunt was really nice over on Orianna, potentially able to pull out something, but Dawn Zero right now has practically no mana in order to really fuel anything. So he has, so maybe that was just a little bit of a misplay early on. Maybe if you were playing that for a little while ago, maybe play it not to use your mana too much whenever you're in your laning phase. Getting a lot of that poke is good, but maybe you also need to, something I always remember when I'm playing Xerath, at the very least, is like I want to get a lot of value out of each of my abilities. I want to hit my, if I hit them, I have to hit my minions at the very least alongside of it. So I get just like extra value, and then whenever I do look for these trades, also make sure that I'm going up with my cooldown. So if I want to go for a trade, I may have to make sure that my Lech scoots up as well. So then when I do land it, I get a lot of good value out of my mana.
Yeah, and they're going straight onto the bot lane. Crims doesn't have flash since he already invested it in that top brawl earlier, so they're going to be able to pick up one, and now there's 4 members strong, and this could potentially be a tower dive. Airtome should be the one to start out, and he will be the one to start it out. They're going to pick it up so easily. Airtome, what a god, taking up the tower shots.
Yeah, Rava's here too. He's level 6. He's looking for the engage. He finds it, and the
Yep.
and the ulti. Can he get any kills though?
No, he cannot. It's just a Moo. He doesn't have the AP side to him. It's the tank, which means no kill, and it's a ultimate and a flash down for quite literally nothing. On top side, we can already see this is the fight that you want to take, and that's the fight for everything. That's just top lane domination.
I'm curious to know if Kovu was a last pick on the Sylas, or if the Malphite was picked into the Sylas. Because I feel like Sylas just wins, like versus Malphite any day of the week, just because, you know, Sylas just used Malphite ulti way better than actually Malphite does. So it's really interesting to see. I'm imagining it's gonna be the Sylas picked into the Malphite matchup, where Malphite was picked first, and then Kovu picked Sylas in response. And it's working out really well because of that. Look, he already has the kill, he has an assist on top of that as well. He's farming very well for himself, denying a lot of minions for multi-rush. So,
yeah,
doing a good job.
Personally, I think Kovu probably was like one of the last few picks for his side. I mean, there's an Amumu, there's Korean, or obviously there's Amumu, there's Galio, there's the Syndra ultimate on Zero and multi-rush. Those are 4 ultimates that are so nice for Kovu. Obviously, True Shot Barrage is also pretty nice, but I would say it's number 1 top pick.
Honestly, I feel like it's
If
better
anything,
than Syndra
it's
ulti,
like
though. I feel like
it could be, yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, because I guess it does have
you
wider
can't-
range, but like.
No, you can't make more balls with as Sylas. So you only get 3.
What do you mean? He already has 2 on him.
Yeah, I know. And then he makes one more and throws it. What's your point? He throws 3 total.
Okay, that's all he needs. He doesn't need any more.
As opposed to Syndra, who can throw 5 at you. I don't know where she gets the other 2, but she just throws 5. So
She steals them from her jungler. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever you say there, Sami, but I still feel like a True Shot Barrage is just better objectively over the Syndra. But yes, I do agree. There's 4 good ultis, and the 5th one's not even that bad.
Yeah. No matter what, I mean, you really can't go wrong for Kovu. So I think, Kovu obviously had to have been like one of the last few picks. I mean, no matter what, all these are great playmaking ultimates. So, I mean, he's sitting pretty already. And he should get the Ludens up, I believe. It'll be Ludens or it'll be a Dapper Frost. It's one of the 2. And, I mean, he's not even afraid. You can tell. He just loves to fight this guy. Like, Multi-Rush can't do anything.
Yeah. I'm assuming with the Ruby Crystal, it's going to be the Everfrost, because doesn't that use a Kindle Gem or no?
It does, I believe.
I feel like
and what? They're going on to Crims here. Solar Flare is going to be splashed out of, and the taunt does go just a little wide. So, nice respect by Crims there, knowing that he could just be taken down from 100 to 0 very, very quickly. Nope. Well, here comes the back massager from Kulu there on the Crims. And here comes Rava. He wants to make a play happen. He wants to get some control down to the bot lane. 2-man taunt is big. Here comes Rava. Great flash. Great ultimate. And that's 2 kills over for the Ezreal. And Non-Zero is just like, what happened here, guys? I wanted to assist.
Guys, I thought you guys needed help. Well,
You guys are getting paid?
I mean, you guys getting paid. I just want to say hi. It was a conjugal visit, But it looks like they will be moving on. And getting those 2 kills for themselves to help me get out of the hole just a little bit. Maybe Rava is being a little too far forward, but we'll have to see. Are they able to get out? Oh, Crims might have paid for it. Rava sins. Rava, just leave him alone. He's gonna have to go. You just have to leave.
Yeah.
Let Crims take the fall for you. Don't want to be giving out too much gold around here. And unfortunately, because you decided to try to do a little counter jungling, it looks like Crims will be paying for that with an ulti and his own life.
Yeah, and I think Rava also was just like hoping like, okay, there's no way J4 is down here. He shouldn't be going for this anyway. But I mean, when you're having your members kind of back and then try to come back, you have to know when to go in for an evade, when not to. And since the timers aren't that long this early on, it's very punishing if you try and do that and it doesn't succeed. And while it did semi-succeed, you lose another member. And not only that, but a lot of skirmishes end up breaking out in the meantime. The first turret also goes down, and he wasn't there to really help out. Was trying to hold this lane, and this, when you look at CS League 2, CS Lead is gigantic suddenly. I mean, this is a massive lead for the Orianna.
Yeah, she's doing really well for herself and about to hit that 2 on power spike that we were talking about. That we're really just building our way up to at this point. It looks like Sentry wasn't able to capitalize on the slightly weaker laning phase that Fueled by Boba had. So that means now we're just to be able to, just kind of run away with the game a little bit, thanks to, taking a little bit of risk. But now we're going to be able to reap the reward very soon here. Okay, Bobu now also still just doing a real good job in this top lane, really just denying so much CS and the pressure that Multirush wants to do with his ulti.
Yeah, and wow, he's even gonna take him down. The flash coming out from Multirush, but that flash was used way too late. The assist going for Duddy as well, because obviously his flag just did that tiny amount of damage that he needed.
Yeah, the nice Demacian standard, I believe is what it's called, because it's not it's a flag. In any way you ask about it, it's a flag. But why? But it's called the Demacian standard because the standard's also some sort of like flag banner thing.
I think it's because Demacia always raises always raises their flag over any other person. I mean, just ask Silas. Silas was trapped literally there, so it's kind of ironic that
but
he's
I
working.
mean, like
I
at
love
least they're not Nazis who's like conquering regions and literally raising flags over them. The empire of Nazis versus Demacia's little fortress.
Yeah.
But in any case, here we're going to be continuing
Yep.
on with this game, seeing like a solid 5.5k gold lead in favor for Deadbro Gaming, sitting pretty for themselves. Didn't mean to do that, but yeah, they're sitting pretty for themselves, having the Everfrost over on the side that's already. Ooh, found the ulti over in the on zero, but unable to capitalize on that just yet. Kovu taking the ulti as well, so they're looking to make a fight happen.
Yep, and there's the ultimate. It's a nice ulti by Multirush, but no one is really there to capitalize. 4-man ultimate coming out from Rava. Nice old knockup as well. That's so much knockup that is actually causing everything to drop on my side. That is 3 members going down on the side of the DBG, but they're able to also turn it around. They're having their main members stay alive and stay strong. Now 2 stay alive, and it's both the ADCs and the mid laners.
Yeah, ADCs and mid laners will be surviving here. It was looking, honestly, that was a good fight for Donzers. They came out even, and they're 5k gold down. They're 5k gold down, but they still managed to find themselves going out even, and then even the Ezreal found himself a lot more kills. He finished up the Divine Thunderer, so he's going to be doing a lot of damage. He's doing a lot of healing, able to peel away for himself as well. So very nice on that front. But now, Fueled by Boba finished the Archangel Staff, looking to finish it into the Sarah's Embrace whenever she just throws a single Q at a minion. Finishes it up, hits 2-item power spike, where Syndra is still on, haven't even reached her first item power spike just yet. So,
Nope.
we'll have to see what's gonna happen.
Yep, and yet again, the fight continues to break out here. Here comes the Silence. He's teleporting from behind. Multi-Rush is doing his best to help Trey to kill, and he will be able to. Here comes the True Shot Barrage. It's a very nice True Shot Barrage as well. The shutdown going over to Taida. And now Kovu going to get the two-man ultimate. Kulu is on a killing spree. They're going to turn this around on the head. And now it's Taida. He's left alone, and he will end up falling eventually, hopefully. There's the kill finally. The clean ace by Kulu. That should be the Ocean Drake given over quite freely.
Well, it would be, but this is a cloud. But in any case,
Wait, did I say Ocean?
yes, you did say ocean.
Nah, everything is Ocean now, okay?
I see. Well, I mean, you know, when the ocean evaporates, it goes into the clouds. So, like, this is just a processed ocean drake. But speaking of
So
ocean
am I
drake, we
wrong?
got an ocean rift now. So
Hey.
you know, eventually you will be correct.
Wait,
Probably.
sorry, I was looking into the script. That's why I was looking
You're
at
looking to
at
a-
1710.
Yeah.
My bad.
Move back. We're only on 16.
Yes.
We're only on 16 right now.
My look, okay, they don't have to know. My apologies.
God, yes. I mean, you're the one that brought up the scripts. Come on, you don't even have to bring that up. But now, I think this is the part of the script where Dawn Zero seems to get jumped on.
Yeah, he has jumped on it. He's gonna get clapped almost immediately. Airtone's gonna be the one to pick up that kill. Great job to pick off the Syndra, who I just believe doesn't know that her jungler is her jungle is no longer hers. Everything belongs to DBG at the current time.
Yeah, now we're at around the 17 going to 18 minute mark. This is pretty solidly going into mid game, and then from mid game where everyone is building 2 to 3 items. Early game is 1 item, and then late game is everything after that. So right now, sitting pretty comfortably over for the side of the Dugro Gaming, who still have a very solid lead for themselves, and it doesn't seem like Donzers are able to really find their way back into this. Or right now, finding a monetary way back into this. But you really need to keep up with their CSing. We're seeing a lot of grouping here in mid lane. And with the, albeit with the Malphite over in the bot lane, so they're still trying to get a lot of farm. But they need to, you know, maybe spread out a little bit more, try to find a little bit of other ways to get money, farming with the jungle, even though it's so precarious right now. Speaking of which, now we have a fight, and I just speak talking on this entire time.
Yeah, 2 members end up falling there. Kulu ends up falling, and now it goes fueled by Boba. While on the other side, obviously, we do see a great pick here. Crim's going to end up getting a great ultimate here to keep his teammates alive. Rava has slain Kovu. It's going to be Airtone falling, and that is such a beautiful response by Don Zero after, well, Don Zero himself ends up falling.
Yeah, the Donzers will be able to grab a little bit off of this. They aren't, unfortunately, able to take this tower because they have no minions, and you do reduce damage to towers when there's no minions around. So not going to be anything too spectacular on that front for themselves, but yeah, looks like they are able to maybe pick this tower, but that's just how much is just going to return into, perhaps. Fueled by Bulba here with Shockwave, misses on both though.
Yep, and now the ultimate coming out, the culling will be enough to take out the poor statue man himself.
Galio will be going down, unfortunately, turning back into the gargoyle statue that he was and is. But now we're looking over at the Baron here, very early Baron, just 20 minutes. But honestly, I believe that Dugro Gaming could honestly do it. They have their two, you know, sort of carries. Really, people who have a lot of money on themselves right now is Coop. Because the Lucian alongside of Fueled by Boba, really good amount of money, good amount of DPS on themselves, so they're looking to
Multiverse is trying to get in there, and he's going to find his way in there. They're trying to just take it out, and it's gonna get stolen by the Amumu. And now Taida gonna pick up 1 kill, but Leona takes out another. But my goodness, what a steal! And that is what they really needed to kind of just hold back a little bit and say, we can use this time to get us back more into this game.
Yeah, now Gold Lead has shrunk literally in half how much of a deficit they were. It was 8k, and now we're going to a very more manageable 4K, 3K sort of gold lead over the side. In favor of Dodbro Gaming, but still pretty comfortable, or not comfortable, but manageable for Donzers in order to get back into this game here. Drag is spawning up in about 40 seconds. That means everyone's trying to get the recalls off now. Since Duddy Brains was down earlier, that means he's already roaring to get up and fight. He also has the Root Herald, so I really hope that he uses it and doesn't forget about it. Pretty soon here, it looks like he's pathing mid lane in order to drop it and then create some pressure for his team, because that thing's gonna be expiring soon, possibly. But here
they're just gonna go for the kill, and Dons are gonna find themselves in a moo as punishment. And again, it's Don Zero who's the main target, and he's kind of been the catalyst for a lot of these unfortunate deaths. And I mean, that's really all you can say. They're unfortunate. It's not what you want, and it just puts you even more behind than what you want. Every time you dig a hole, you're supposed to keep refilling it to get back up, but instead it's just being dug more and more.
Yeah, very unfortunate, since you were caught out there, gave up your jungler. That means that they did have to give up that Ocean Drake. Not necessarily digging themselves out a bigger gold deficit, but it's still getting them into that hole because they just lost out that Ocean Drake as well. But not a good place.
What in the world?
Not a good place for AK right now. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be able to get out alive. Good ultimate by Crims there to protect his ADC, but as you said, that was just terrible timing there. Okay, now Dodger has no flash. He's gonna go down, and this time, this is like really bad when you want. I mean, at least they have the Baron empowered minions for this few for these few minutes upcoming, but like that was terrible timing, like really bad.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate timing on that. All of that. We're able to take up the tower top lane, but that's an outer tower for an inner tower on the opposite sides of the
Outer
map
turrets.
here. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So,
The mid lane outer turret fell
yeah.
as well, so
Yeah. Still, I mean, that is bot lane just pretty cleared out thanks to the Rift Herald that was dropped before the dragon, and then the dragon, and then another. I don't believe we got another charge off because no one was pushing with it, but in any case, still, we're able to get that inner tower for that bot lane, opening up the map more so they can grab more drakes here. Crim's trying to get some wards down, but he doesn't necessarily have any warding buddies around with him in order to rotate and deal with any threats that comes around. We do see the map fights here, but we're gonna have to use that ult out. Not gonna be good about it, but wow, that recharges really fast though. Huh? Look at that, it's already halfway.
Yeah. Tank mount fight is kind of ridiculous here. Kobu going to be able to get away. Now they're turning this fight around. They have the chance to get a lot done, but 5 men strong are Dons, and they're looking to turn it around. They're gonna pick up one kill. They're pick up another one onto Airtone, who just helps distract from his teammates, while the other two just push out. And really, this is a great job by DBG to really say, all right, we know what to do, since they decided to send 5 men for 3.
Which is not a bad play, honestly. They were able to get a kill out of it, or 2 kills out of it, so they were able to get some money back to dig themselves out of this hole. But they are slowly losing these objectives, and eventually you won't be able to have those up for you to really kind of rely on as a buffer for you to try to get back to this game here. We need to see some more of this team fight prowess that we kind of saw so far. Whenever you guys were 5k gold down in a deficit, you were able to still get not win a team, or I say win just because it went even, but to edge out your ways in this team fight. It's still going to be quite interesting to see how will this go. Airtone also over here, placing it on these wards safely, but yeah, we're just still grouping around here, not necessarily doing or not able to grab all the farm we want in order to keep up with the pace that Dubro Gaming is really setting for this game.
Yeah, they're really pushing the tempo of, all right, we're gonna do this. They're planning almost 3 steps ahead. Like, all right, once we do this, what are we gonna do? All right, let's head top side. Let's immediately try to punish them. Okay, they're gonna send people up here. Adapt. Push out this bot lane. Get this inhibitor turret. Okay, what can we do now? We lost 2 members. Let's play safe. Let's stay away. We don't have to give up this lead that we have. They are playing very smart. They're playing very strategically, and this is what you should do when you have this kind of lead, or have this kind of lead. Don't give it up. You know that there's enough power on their side to really win a team fight if you give them the opportunity, especially since it's an Ezreal. I mean, you leave the Ezreal alive for such a long amount of time, the damage will end up being way too much to try and overcome.
Definitely. So, but now we're just looking at the Drake spawning up here in about 30 more seconds. Both teams not necessarily positioning for it. Seen Donzers opting in to clear out vision over on this top side so they can, be a little safer around it. Might be forfeiting this Drake here. It's going to be putting Dudbro Gaming on sole point, and don't necessarily want to do that just yet. Just because that is a lot to give up for. You have to fight for the next Drake if you do that. So we'll see. No.
Oop. Yeah, Rava, wrong jungle. You have a beautiful ultimate, but it doesn't matter. The solar flare will be the last one to really help it out. On securing that kill, they're going to go ahead and pick up the dragon. They're sending Duddy range for that, while they're sending the rest of the team to push out this mid lane and get the Baron started up.
Yeah, honestly, I think that was just down to a little bit of team communication. You see Rava and multi-rush was over in the bot side, but no one else. You still saw the Ezreal and Don's Crims and Don Zero still pushing around the top side, clearing out vision, not rotating to that bot side. Really thinking it was like, okay, we're just gonna forfeit Dragon, but Rava's still around that area. Just maybe need to communicate that a little bit better for your team, in order to be like, hey, are we fighting for Dragon or are we not?
Uh-oh.
Honestly, I feel like that would have been the kill because Kogu also has Everfrost and a Umu ulti.
Yeah.
Don Zero does not stand a chance with
Well,
that. Well,
I don't even think he would have needed to use the Everfrost. I think really just using the Amumu ultimate and then the damage output that Silas currently has would have just been enough there. So, well, now Don Zero, he still comes back up and he's going to be taken out anyway.
You're right. He used Everfrost at the end, but Don Zero died before the Everfrost hit him. You're right.
I just want to say, he did not have to be there, like, at all. Well, they're going to take out Kovu, at least on the response, since he was just trying to push out this mid lane. But, I mean, that's the very free Baron, and I don't mean to sound cynical, but, like, why was Don Zero there?
It's just
like, why was he there?
Honestly, I think just a little bit of a positioning sort of thing. You need to communicate with your team. What are you doing? If we're going to be 5 stacking this much as Donzers, we need to communicate with what's the game plan? Where are we heading out? Are we going to go all together, or are we splitting up? Are we going to play a little safer if we are splitting up? Or are we looking for picks? If we're looking for picks, then we need to maybe go in groups of each other so the other side can get to each other faster. It's a lot of things that you really consider and think about here for Donzers, because it seems a little, I understand Don Zero wants to farm up. He has the right game idea. He needs to farm up. He needs to scale up so he gets stronger and deal a lot of damage against these, sort of Titans against Dudbro Gaming, who's secured themselves a pretty strong lead. We need to be careful about that. You don't want to dig yourself deeper into this hole like we're talking about here. Still, or you are solidly now at 8k deficit. That's 2 items and then some that you guys are trying to fight. And right now, it's just more death push being set up by Dudbro Gaming, and no wards here. You guys don't want to necessarily walk into it. I do like the ping coming out from Amumu saying to help to assist me over on the top side of the map, but not necessarily anyone's rotating to that area either. So
that bush is set up to end the game. If any of them had stepped up there, that was 100% game over. Like, there's no question about it. And now you can see they have this one force setup. Really just like, all right, who do you want to deal with? You want to take out the Silas? If you want to do that, we'll take your mid lane, and then we'll just push it into your throats. But now they're just 5-manning it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kinda not underestimate how much of a dash that Kofu has with that Malphite ulti. So it looks like this will be the end because I don't think there's a lot left to fight for. They are trying for it. At least it's commendable.
yep. Yep, they're doing their best to really try and save this game. Great ultimate there at the very least, and ADR even had, or Brava had such a beautiful ulti, but the damage is just so much. You can only do so much in that small amount of time, and it's going to be the quadra kill actually coming out, and that should be the game.
That should be a game. They're not the minions, so you can get them to tank tower, so you don't have to. But now it looks like this is going to be the game over for the side of Dodro Gaming. Congratulations, picking up another win for yourselves here. Really capitalizing on it.
Penta.
Getting a pentakill. Nice, nice, great to see. And that's going to be the end of this game. We're going to be taking a quick break so we can see what's the status over on the Glacial Mingos versus MGM game. But for now, we'll be going into a quick BRB. Congratulations to the teams that won today. Sorry we're cutting it a little bit short, but I just want to be able to see if we can catch this match. So we will be right back. Hello, hello, we're back, but now we're seeing a little bit of something we don't normally do, at least during the regular season. We're going to be showing you guys the uh, a live cast between Mingos versus MGM. First game, and that's like the person in chat. I don't know how to say your name, so I'm not going to say it. Got it right. MGM won the first game. They had like some sort of super hyper carry sort of Kaisa on their team with Zalp doing a really good job. He was insane on that, but Mingos didn't go down without a fight. They did a good job at split pushing around the map, but just lost too much of their base in order to try to peel it away and maybe get one good team fight win in order to finish it off. So MGM able to finish it, able to end it off there. But now we're getting into game 2 here between MGM and the Mingos. I'm gonna turn on a little bit of background music, and alongside of me, Let's Go Dragon, I have my two casters, Asami, say hello.
What's going on?
And special guest, we have Psycho, hello. Or Psycho. I'm gonna call you a Psycho, you're Psycho.
Either one's fine. But hey, how's it going, everybody?
Yeah, so what do you guys think about the draft so far here for game 2? We didn't see much of game 1. We were watching over at PQ, what was it, UHAM, I believe that was, or
Yeah.
You know, we're watching a little bit off of his. Thank you for that. But now we're over here on for the live game.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No. Well, I mean, so far, I mean, it's, you know, first of all, I'm just kind of glad that the Mingos have an actual support this time. In game 1, they ran a Mumu support. So don't know if they were trolling or just trying to buy time or what. But it did seem they were kind of a little lighthearted in there. Somebody in their chat was saying that, you know, it was kind of like an ARAM draft, so to speak, that the Mingos did. But despite that, you know, like you had said, you know, they had some glimpses of brilliance. They, you know, held off as long as they could. But Kaisa, I mean, you had said, you know, hyper carry just got big and fed, and you know, it's tough to deal with a hyper carry that gets fed like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead.
like to talk more just about, you know, obviously on the opposite side, we can't take anything away from NGM either. I mean, like, obviously there's a lot of fans for the side of Mingos, but like MGM did it very well to keep their Kaisa the main point to stay ahead, keep her alive at all costs, and it really was Zalp doing a lot come that end game. And obviously it looked like at the end Mingos could potentially, you know, try and end it, but again it was Zalp who was down there or up there, and he was pushing this lane crazily. Like every time it just felt like Zalp was like, hey, you want to do this, I'll punish you alone. I have Raikarano, I got Second Wind, I got all my other boys, they can hold y'all can't hold me.
Yeah, no, and to that point, I mean, and that's exactly right, Sumi. And so before you guys actually pulled me in here to see it, the Mingos were actually sieging mid, got first tower, working on the mid inhib, and Kaisa gets bot turret, bot inhib, and then pushes a wave in, and then takes a Nexus turret while they're still there, and then the MGM is coming out of the base trying to stall them for backing, and I thought like early on that Kaisa was just going to end it there, and I mean 3 objectives. While Mingos were essentially caught with their pants down, thought they had finally breached their base, but when they did that, she just stayed there. And me and Ham, who's watching, I'm just going, okay, is she gonna back? She's not backing. She's staying, and we're just bringing in another wave of minions.
Yeah, and just gotta say real quick, boys, we have the ADC in the top lane once again, I believe.
Yeah, Vayne looks like, yeah, we, you know, talking about the first game, we haven't mentioned at all what's happening with this draft. Over on MGM's side, they had Lulu, Akali, Xin Zhao as their first picks, and they actually committed, and with the Lulu Kog'Maw bot lane, Ornn's going to be picked up for the top lane. In response to that, Mingos picked up Vayne to beat the Ornn. Caitlyn, Soraka, very interesting. I don't see that sort of combination. I don't know if they're looking for like a sort of safe lane to just try to deal with outraging the Kog'Maw, not getting near him too much, and just try to beat him once it comes to a little bit of the mid game, and hoping that Victor also supplies a lot of damage as well, and then J4 in the jungle. It's gonna be interesting at the very least how this game's gonna
go. Well, it'll be interesting, obviously, as you said, but the Caitlyn and Soraka. I feel like the Caitlyn pick was kind of just like, all right, well, we're gonna need someone to outrange to stay kind of safer and away from Akali, who will more than likely try and go in to pop either the Vayne or the Soraka. And you know, Vayne is the counterpick to Ornn, but is it really a counterplay to the Akali if the Akali decides to pop the Vayne or the Caitlyn and just one shot? No. No matter what, it's gonna be a tough matchup because the Lulu, because the Ornn. It's I don't know. This draft has me a little concerned for the San Domingos.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. Hello there, TJ Lanier in the chat. Hello. Gonna be excited to watch this game because you guys are both undefeated teams. And so far MGM has a one-up against you. Will we see the classic Mingos reverse sweep, or will we see them fall? It'll be really interesting to see. I mean, you made some good points about the Caitlyn. I sort of idea how like they really need to make a point about like keeping down the Akali. We just saw it's DM. I'm still I'm still gonna mess up your name probably. But in any case,
same.
But in any case, we just saw a game where he was popping off with the Akali, where he did so much work, and honestly, you know, that is a very scary thing. Legitimately a pretty scary thing. Whenever he got it, he only had like 3 kills on him. He had 1 item, and then he started just popping all the squishies on the enemy team. So Mingos, in retaliation of the Akali that pops all the squishies, let's draft 4 squishies. It's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna really do that. They don't. I mean, honestly, Soraka could do pretty well, honestly. Just because the silence is super good if you play it really well. If you place the silence really well and then combo that with a lot of CC, she can't do anything. So I'll have to see if Gabe Kochki and Charles Clark can really get the safety protection that they need, and hopefully that TJ Lanier doesn't troll a little bit and accidentally just condemns the Akali outside of Soraka's silence, and then now this Akali just has free reign over you guys again.
Yeah, and I could see, I mean, not to talk ill about the side of Mingos, but I mean, I guess I don't care. But I mean, I could see that easily happening, having, you know, had some ADCs do that myself as Soraka. You know, you get the perfect silence down, and then your Vayne is like, I can condemn this person, and they, you know, knock them off of it. And then I get blamed for the poor positioning of the silence. Like, know where I'm going to condemn them at, and then you put the silence down. But that's support grief for another day. But it'll be, I mean, they're gonna have to definitely stop the bottom lane now. Zalp again getting on, Kog'Maw, that again can be a big carry in this game. I mean, they're just gonna have to get on that back line. I think with J4, and I'm forgetting who they had last time for jungle. I think it was Trundle. J4, at least with his drop and drag, he can at least get to that back line somewhat quick enough to try and lock up Kog'Maw.
Well, yeah, he could do that, but I mean, even if you lock him up, you're gonna have to like really put the output of damage like almost immediate, and I don't know if they can really do that. Obviously, you know, they have Victor. Rally can help with popping them, but if Kochki uses the silence on Kog'Maw or onto Lulu, they still have the Akali. Like that Akali is going to respond almost immediately. If there's even just one small misclick, like even just the smallest silence misplacement, everything is going in, and the second he does, I'm pretty sure the Lulu, he just doesn't care. He's gonna use the Wild Growth more than likely onto XDM because it's 4 squishies. That's free reign.
Mm-hmm. And if they get the full polymorph stack on Lulu, that's 2.25 seconds of silence, and that's an eternity to be, a little object hopping around on the screen.
So it will be interesting to see. These are a lot of what ifs about what's going to happen, but it really comes down to how well each team's going to play, because there's a lot of what ifs about how this is going to play out here. If we're talking about like comfort picks, I do like that Rally didn't go for the Anivia. I know that he plays a very strong Anivia. He can play that champion very well, but against an Akali, I think you want someone that's a little bit more mobile and to deal with her. So Victor's a pretty good choice. Also has some really nice early game in order to deal with Akali, who has a very weak early game. With all the changes, her early game is very much weaker. Her Q takes up so much, so you can only get at most 2 Qs in the early game fight because you don't get any more energy back from your auto attacks, your empowered auto attacks, I should say. So I like the Victor pick here. It's still control mage sort of esque feel, but you still have you have better options to deal with the Akali. But so in strict lane matchup, I feel like I like the Victor a lot more, but it's still going to be coming down to can Victor get or keep Akali not just under control, but like under his thumb in order to make sure that they don't get out of control. Because we saw that one item power spike, 3 kills under his belt, 2 deaths, and then he just didn't die for the rest of the game. So we'll have to see with that laning phase. Bot lane, we're not talking too much about, other than like using Soraka Silence on the Akali. We haven't talked too much about that because, I mean, it's Lulu Kog'Maw. They're here for late game, and it's Caitlyn and Vayne, which is not bot lane, but it's you know, late game. They have a lot of late game here from all sides. I'm really interested about these comps and how each side plans on piloting and controlling each bit of it. But we are slowing we are in the champ select at the very least. So here's the game. There we go.
All right.
It finally shows. So you want to go ahead and introduce these both sides, you two?
Sure. On the blue side, we do have MGM. We have Raikarano as the Ornn in the top lane. We have Second Wind as the Zinzao in the jungle. Exium as the Akali mid, and Zelp and 081011 as the Kog'Maw Lulu bot lane. As we head straight into a timeout.
And as we come out of it, on the red side, we have TJ Lanier on Vayne on the top lane. We have Adam Suki on Jarvan, J4 in the jungle. Rally on Victor in the mid lane, Chandler Clark and Gabe Kochki on Kate and Soraka, bot side red.
Yeah, and that was a little bit of abrupt end to the spectator or the pause. So I'm not sure. There it is. There's the spectator bug. It's back. They fixed it last patch. I promise you, they fixed it last patch, but then they brought it back with this one. Oh, but it didn't even last that long, so it's still good. Nice flag and drag in order to check that bush. Don't want to walk into a terrible situation because the 3-stack, very terrifying. Rally getting early stack, I'm assuming, of his manifold ban.
Yeah, and they're really wanting to like get vision on where Adam Suki might be starting.
Yeah, they want to see if they get a good read on it. Just because if they can figure out where Adam Suki started, they know which lane to really play safe against. They want to, there's a lot of ways that you can look for it. Adam Suki going top lane, that means that you can go for, try to snowball the Vayne, or he can go bot lane and try to slow down on the Lulu Kog'Maw. It's going to be interesting.
That's a gutsy little tri-bush stance there for Zout by himself with Kayle and Soraka just right there. All they had to do was just walk down a little bit and been in free easy first blood, or flash.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I think they could have gotten the first blood just a little earlier. I mean, or at least they could have gotten Suki's flash out, because I mean he stepped up a lot, and if Raikarano just starts with the Ram, obviously that's not ideal. But if he starts out with that, they could probably get the flash out immediately from Adam, or even secure a first blood.
Yeah, and he gets up with starting out. It looks like that Mingos are going to want to just play back and just farm up. Soraka's starting with the Relic Shield. So they look like they're just farm. They're content just to farm, just their team come down and try and help them. But Lulu with the Frost Fang, I believe that's what the item is starting off, is they're going to look and try to play this game, or this lane, should play this lane a little bit more aggressively, especially to get some help from Zinzao and Akali to come on down.
Yeah, looking for a couple of short trades at the very least in the bot lane. I think Lulu's picks, whenever Zalp gets an auto attack off and shoots the extra little picks, it still counts as Lulu, so she get the money off of that. So they might be looking for some short trades, put pits over on Zalp, and then Zalp just gets a couple extra auto attacks off here.
TJ stepping up a little too far.
Yeah, we're seeing action coming out from all mats. TJ Laney already giving away his flash, but is able to get on out of the second one. Doesn't want to push further, give away an early kill. While bottom lane, we see Adamsuki. He's looking for something. He's going around the tri-bush here. He gets the flag. He gets the drag over onto Lulu. Lulu does get the polymorph off, so it's not too much damage off. Ooh, but he is going down low, down to the last hundreds of his HP. So we'll have to see.
Gonna be double flash. Looks like Kog'Maw and Lulu flash right there, and looks like bot lane and jungle for Mingo still have all their sums up. So good trade for them.
Yeah, and top side, obviously, as you guys had pointed it out, second win, he used a flash to try and secure the kill, but he could not get that last auto off on, I believe it's his, I want to say it's his Q or his E that gives him that triple attack kind of
Q.
burst, and it was a Q? Okay.
Strike, I believe. It's like
Yes.
3 counter strike.
Yeah, and like if that last one hits, it's obviously the phrase kill, but because he's slow, he doesn't want to push up, knowing that he could probably end up giving a first blood, and to a Vayne, that's not what you want to give.
Absolutely. Going to be respecting that. Just going to be happy with the 2 suns burned by TJ Laner, saying that he already used the TP as well. Going to get still a pretty rough laning phase for Riker, but we'll have to see. His second win plans on making a return up top lane, or maybe getting something in return bot lane, while Amasuki already made the mind and decided, I'm going to go bot lane. Seeing if he can get anything from them pushing up. But top lane, you do see engage coming from Riker, but I don't think that's a smart move. You're in the middle of a lot of middle. Okay, nice headshot coming off Champ Clark, and a flash flag and drag over onto Zout. They're looking for early kills in this bot lane here. They want a snowball. You're going to give away a return kill over the second win, but that's second win and not Zout, so it's not as bad as it could be. You really want to put your thumb down over onto Zout, keep him down from the hyper carry he is, and look at all these minions bot lane too, or top lane. Oh my goodness, so much farm that Riker would have missed, but uses his TP in order not to.
Yeah, top lane or bot lane was not exactly what you wanted. As you pointed out, beautiful headshot there. I mean, obviously, Chandler had the headshot coming up, but to actually be able to secure that kill onto Lulu, it feels nice. And then Adam stopping his own back to really say, like, okay, let's commit here. Let's get you even more ahead. Is even better. Obviously, he does end up losing his life, but I'm pretty sure he's like, okay, it's not terrible. It's not like I gave it over to your opponents, right? To your laning opponents. So be proud of that.
Yeah, we did get to see a little bit of the combo that they're trying to go for with the Kate Soraka. So it's Caitlyn Trap and Soraka Silence. So even though if Lulu would have gotten out of that, there's no way for her to immediately flash once she gets out of it. And that was a good combo on both their parts and able to lock down the Lulu, even though I think she was pretty much dead regardless. But if they catch any of them, Zalp, Akali, anybody with the Caitlyn Trap and Strike of Silence, that should be a dead champion.
Yeah, well, so, but it looks like we're looking for a 3-man attack over in his mid lane. It's still very flashy. No idea how much of that is actually necessary, especially because now second one's going to die. Rally able to turn that around. Really well played with the flash, dodging all the way, and it's had to leave early because he was taking up all those tower shots, and then when he went back in, he just didn't have enough damage in order to finish off Rally. So Rally just gets a free kill out of that because of a little bit of a botched dive. Second win going down.
I almost don't know what to say to that. That was incredible.
Is that Rally or is that Chovy?
Yeah,
like,
that
was so good. Oh my god!
I'm a little stunned right now because I'm thinking, oh man, here they're gonna collapse. Rally's gonna be done, but no, he's like, you think I'm trapped here? No, you're trapped in here with me. That's what this is. Wow, good dodging and movement by Rally. Got to give it to him. That was
that was as perfect of a dodge and weave as you could have like written it up. Like, what? Huh? Only Rally, dude. Only Rally could do that.
Yeah, I gotta
it's
say.
like wind is hovering bot side, but they may be able to pinch off Xin Zhao. J4 just there in the river on the bot side.
They don't have vision of him because of that control ward, so they're not exactly looking for the pinch. They could go in there, but then it might have been a turn around for Adamsuki at the very least. They have a lot of vision control over for the side of MG Mercenaries because they don't want to get Plat again and by the Adamsuki just randomly coming in, or not randomly, coming in bot lane on without them knowing and able to get another double kill for the Caitlyn. Don't want that to happen again. So we'll just have to see. Drake has spawned up here. It's going to be the Infernal Drake. So no Infernal Soul, sad, but we still have Ocean, Mountain, and Cloud left on the table for us to see what the teams plan on getting here.
Just one time about the gap in jungle right now. I mean, not gap, but I mean the CS gap. I mean, J4 is. I mean, he's come down here. This is, I think, it's his third time trying to gank. It's up 55 to 38 CS over Wind. I mean, and that's just he's getting around the map, getting CS, and action bot lane.
Yeah, actions mid lane rally. It looks like he's gonna go down in here. Ooh, good dodge away from the Wind becomes lightning, I believe is what it's called. I don't know. With what's it? He knows that for some reason, and I just it's a weird name. It's a weird name for me.
Yeah, Wind becomes lightning was the name of it. Obviously, he was able to dodge it, but because Axiom was just right on him the entire time, it was just eventually gonna happen. So, really nice engage there by him.
Absolutely, really nice engage. Every time I watch Axiom play, I'm like, is this flashy or is this necessary or is this as flashy? Is he like flexing on us and he's just like really just want to look really cool how he can get the ulti E combo? But go in different direction, like not just in a straight line, but you know, I'm gonna go towards you with my ulti, use my E to go in a 90-degree angle just because I feel like it, and then you know just have the movement. But I mean, it worked. Like at the end of the day, it still works out really well. So at the it's kind of accomplishing both things. It was necessary and it's flashy.
Yeah, it looks like Second Wind did get the Herald top lane, so was able to trade objectives on that. For a second, I didn't know if he got it or not. It didn't. At least I didn't see the spectator say that it had been killed. But it looks like they did pick up the Herald on top side.
Yeah, I think that was a small bug that we had also last game. That me and Rex casted because I didn't see it pop either, and it didn't pop up again for me here. So yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I think it might just be like they took Dragon around the same time, so the Dragon announcement took priority, so then you don't get the Herald announcement. Weird thing, right? It's a bitchy game, but in any case, we do see that he has an eye in his inventory, so we'll have to see. But engage coming out from right here. Ooh, almost a good.
Wait, there's two fights.
Yeah, there's two fights happening in the top lane. The top laners and the junglers are fighting, but Adamsuki just wins out early on in this one. TJ Lanyard able to get another kill as well. So there's two kills coming out from the top lane. They're just two separate fights. One in the river, one in the top lane, and it's just going to be a one-out win for the Glacial Mingos. Congratulations on you guys.
Yeah, listen, Lanyard be able to pick up a couple of plates top lane and start to build on this lead that he's starting to get over. How do you pronounce this guy's name? Racarino? I think that's it.
Racarino? Yeah, exactly what I was talking about. He goes in with the perfect execution in the first part, and then goes with a 90-degree angle. Really good dodge, honestly. Like, he cannot stop that rally. He just gets knocked down by it. While speaking of knocked down, Chandler Clark taking a little bit of damage, but he has the Soraka in order to heal up. Thank you, Gage Kachi, for being the pocket Soraka for Chandler Clark here, but still, Zap doing a ton of damage, 1 million damage over onto them. We'll have to see when once Zap finishes his item. Curious, is this going to be Immortal Shield Bow, or did he just build a Vampiric Slip there for the early? Very curious on that, because typically you would think of Kraken Slayer, but maybe he wants the defensiveness from Immortal. Who knows?
I think really he might go for it because of the fact that the laning phase hasn't really been ideal for any single one except for mid lane where Axiom is just styling and profiling on the Akali. But I mean, you look topside, yeah, that's kind of a mess. You look jungle, yeah, Suki is kind of always right there at the right time, and I mean he could be at the right time now.
He's looking for something and engage. He has the catalyst available, unable to get it off. Second win. Just going to drop the Herald here. Don't have the Soraka here available either, but he does have the.
He's making his way down.
Get in there, Etnium. Oh no, it could be not a dive because I mean they could go for a dive, but we saw what happened last time when they tried to go for a dive. Popped off, went weak. But yeah, they're just gonna be backing off here. No objective to be taken as either, so looks like we're just going to be backing off, getting our backs, and it looks like it is going to be the more shield bow finish for Excel.
Yeah, I think really is a really good item to pick up here for him. It gives him more survivability. Say if Lulu dies, he's on his own after Lulu ends up falling. So he really needs that kind of survivability to keep him alive against the Victor or the Vayne, who's will probably be invisible for about a century and a half. So I do like that.
Yeah, especially since Glacial Mingos doesn't have a dedicated tank on their side. A little bit of engage coming out from this top lane. TJ Lane here taking the bad end of this trade, still getting attacked by minions on top of that, so he's still continuing to take a pretty bad trade. Has no innate lifesteal in his kit just yet, but alright, now we'll see how that's gonna go for them. If they're looking, the flash and get the picks off to get the slow, and so the Edsteam gets on, lands the shuriken flip, but misses on the pivot for execution, does get hit by the Wild Growth, so then he was able to knock him up. A lot of things happened in that single second. I gotta be honest, I didn't catch all of it, but what it comes down to, Edsteam able to take down the shutdown from Chandler Clark, or Chandler Clark able to take the first shutdown from them, and Zuki also here to take down second wind. It's a lot of people trying to take down a lot of things.
Yeah, and one thing that we didn't notice, Koshki ends up taking out the Lulu. So better support wins. Obviously, the Rock just did so much there. I think the second part of the execution did end up missing on Chandler. Well, Rakarano is just dead. He doesn't really have much of a choice. Yeah. But, Chandler did very well to survive as long as he did. The tower dive, obviously, still end up going through for Exium. He secures that kill. But, I mean, you take that because now Chandler ends up getting that shutdown.
Chandler getting that shutdown is going to be pretty big. I mean, Exium also taking that shutdown, also really big. So, I mean, it's going to be scary either way. Edsteam still pilots this Akali very well. What do you think about it, Psycho?
I mean, you kind of hate it when the support gets a shutdown like that. But I mean, we kind of saw the wild growth coming. I mean, just like you had said before the game started, Akali goes in, gets a wild growth popped up, but almost a little too late with as low as Akali was when she got in there. And so, I mean, they ended up trading, I guess kind of okay if it's going to go on somebody. I mean, rather than support than, the ADC is going to get it. But now the fight's breaking out in Dragon Pit.
I gotta take notes on this guy. This is cool. Just watching him
that
play
was almost
so
perfect.
Just watching him play just looks really cool. Honestly, Edsteam, wow, just... Like, I don't want to be... I'm not saying, like, you're playing better than Rally. You're playing just such a flashy character, and I want to do that. I want to style on kids. Just hit him with a 90-degree shuriken flip, and then, or a shuriken toss, and just run in there against them. Get a...
And now we got...
So fast.
Yep, Nathaniel Laner getting the top lane, and then getting the... second top turret down, and then they're just shoving in mid lane. So Mingo's putting a little bit of work on objectives this game, so looking a little bit cleaner and tighter, I'd say, than they did the previous game.
Yeah, the Wish goes down for a rally. He managed to survive a little bit, but will the Corrupting Pot finish off the kill? I don't think it will. And
oh, wow.
TJ Lanier, wow. No kill from either side will be given out to Rally. Rally stays alive, and so does Riker on... I'm taking Spanish right now, so I want to say Año, but it's not Año at all.
That's fair. Riker Año.
Riker Año. But, in any case, the Ornn will be living out just a little bit of life that he has left, but Flash is also burned from both sides too, so it's like a very even trade from both ends.
Why doesn't he just change his name to Riker Uno? They just make it so much
his
easier.
Smurf will be Rakados.
Exactly.
But in any case, looks like that it's gonna be a first tower for MG mercenaries there. So at least on this end, they are able to get a little bit more catch up on the objectives. And they're even looking for the Rift here. It's gonna be post 14 minutes, so it's not as effective. You won't be able to get the turret planes, but if you put a little resources into it, get a good push off with it, you get 2 charges, it's 100% worth. Um, like it's still very much worth grabbing it anyways. But if you can get 2 charges off, amazing. I've seen people take Shelly all the way to the tower. You know, if you take Shelly all the way to Nexus, way worth, honestly.
But yeah.
Now SDM also looking to make something else flashy. He hasn't been this flashy on this side of the map yet, so now TJ Lanier's question mark pinging and running away. He's like, wait, hold up, what just happened? Now we're seeing the TP coming out from Rally as well. He's like, alright, we've taken down 1 kill. Can we take down the Akali? We have a silence going down. We don't need it. It looks like it's just going to be a double kill for Rally. Even using the Soraka Rush just in case, because, I mean, with how fast his combo is, I wouldn't be surprised if they 100-0 if they did it with Hit Wish.
Yep. And oh well.
Yeah, Clark's fine.
Okay.
He had to go force.
Yeah, I almost forgot he had to go first. I thought it was gonna be just all right, 100-0 or just 1v1. Chandler feels bad.
Yeah. Classic life for the ADC, you know.
Yep. But we can actually kind of relax a little bit. I think it's gonna slow down a little. No objectives on the board, and I have to say, Axiom is just the biggest threat I've ever seen in the GRLCS. Like, his execution on this Akali is like, it's so good. It's so styled for like, all right, we're behind, I can help. We're ahead, I can seal the deal. I can be in a different server, don't mind me, I'll be there now. Like, he's just so good. Like, the control, the awareness, I think he's making the calls on who to engage on. If not him, then Second Wind. And I mean, you could tell it's really good.
It's just yeah, honestly, it's just such, he pilots it so well. But what do you think, Psycho? Even though we have Etzium as their sort of pivot point, we can that MGM is really going to be using. What do you think that you know, that MGM really needs to do in order to get back here? They're still down in objectives in gold leads. Turrets are already down. They're tied up for dragons right now, but it's coming up right here. And if we look over on this side of the map, oh, I can't even click. Sad. I can't even move the camera over to the dragon pit right now to see who's there. But yeah, I mean, what do you think their ways are back into this game here, Psycho?
I mean, they got to get Zalp in a lane so he can just farm up and try and get back into it. I mean, Zalp showed what threat he was in the previous game with going, I think it was like 14-3 and pin on Kaisa. I mean, just completely took over the game. I mean, just absolute monster. And so this game, they just really focused bot lane. Suki was down and I'd say almost camped bot lane essentially and kept Zalp out of the game completely. And I mean, XDM is doing a phenomenal job on Akali. Man, I don't think, Sumi, you even say enough good things about how well that he's playing the Akali. But I mean, Akali, is she going to be enough to carry it? I mean, they picked Cog for a reason. Cog's got to, he needs to get his items, he needs to get CS, he needs to get kills. And right now they're starving him. But once he does get those few items completed, then it may be a different story. So, they either buy time for late game for Zalp to get his items, or Mingo's gonna be able to close it out.
Yeah, absolutely. All good talking points I agree with. But for now, Drake is spawning up here in about 6 seconds. And it looks like Glacial Mingos are going to be opting to not actually path around it, but instead path around this Baron here. So they're threatening with the 2 ADCs plus Rally. Okay, well, 2 ADCs, not Rally. They're threatening for the Baron. Seeing that also the perfect execution was used by Etstium here. So it looks like they are going to be threatening that. Saying it's like, hey, you can go take the Drake, but we have 2 ADCs. We're going to melt down this Baron buff. Second Wind looking his way in here. He can't get in there. He uses the flash. He's stuck in the Baron pit. He gets condemned into the wall. He's just pushed out and gets Cloud is in. TJ Lanyard, now he's looking for it. He popped the final hour, but here comes. Oh, it looks like the ace and hole will be wasted as well, unfortunately, but it's okay. TJ Lanyard able to pick up that kill, and now they just have a free Baron buff. They lost the middle tower. They didn't even lose the dragon, too. They could just go for a dragon right now, too, if they wanted to. We sent one back to deal with the Orin. They're doing just fine.
You gotta wonder XDM seeing Riley out by himself and just like, oh, don't mind if I take this if I do. And just jumped right on top of Victor. I mean, it's almost the same exact combo that we've seen him use on Victor twice in mid lane, in the river, and then now for a third time. I think all of Victor's deaths, have been to XDM. So he knows exactly how to take Victor down. It's not a shame to just 1v1 rally. But great, reaction by the Mingos to see, okay, rally's down. Let's try and burn this thing.
Absolutely. And I mean, seeing that also perfect execution was down because they used it on a. Oh, that was a little bit mistimed. That was really scary. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, imagine. I was like, I knew exactly what Rally was going to do. He was going to pop the Q, so he gets a shield and does it either the Kog'Maw. And he then takes the Kog'Maw, hits Q, and give me a heart attack.
Yeah. Trying to do a speed run of fastest death back to the fountain.
He's like, I don't need Baron buff to get back. Watch, I can go faster.
Yeah. Sumi, what do you think about that? I mean, almost just giving a kill over to Zap like that. I mean, we said Zap needs kills and gets into the game, and then here's Rally going, here, let me help you.
It's definitely what Zap would have loved if that was the case, but Rally just like, oh, wait a sec, hold on, what am I doing? I gotta go.
They're looking for an engage here. Zalp is super low because Rally decided to blow his load over on top of him. Sorry for the wording, but I just said it. Just use his whole combo over on them. Now they're looking to siege this mid tower. It's going to be responding to TG lane here because they know that he can at least deal with him very effectively, so they don't have to send the Ornn in order to try to deal with the ADC. Ornn actually in a flanking angle looking for one-man knockup, unfortunately. You do see the Catalyst does get two people to delay him a little bit so they can deal with the Akali. Akali just goes down there, not able to get the full combo thanks to the silence from this Soraka. Here comes the silence come again for Soraka onto the second win. They're trying to take down the Soraka, but can Chandler Clark block? Can he body block for Gabe Kochki? He can. What a hero! He's just going to be able to stand in front of him, blocking the second win from getting there while TJ Lane here. He's back on his farming island. He needs to harvest his crops in Farmville and just take the top lane inhibitor. While out here, Gabe Kochki and Chandler Park and Rowley just fighting for their lives against the Akali. They managed to make it out. And this looks like actually not the end, but at least the Nexus Tower. I mean, I feel like they can't end here, but I could be very okay. Never mind, I'm very wrong. I apologize for anything I've said so far, because here comes XDM. He's looking for it. They don't have the Soraka in order to stop him. Then they go for it. Okay, that's one kill.
There's one.
Perfect execution is not up there. Oh, he doesn't need it. He just needs an auto attack. There's two. Here comes another kill. There it is, and he managed to save the game, but you have no inhibitor towers. This is a very familiar thing, and I gotta say, if we go to game 3, I recommend not picking blue side because I see a familiar trend coming from the blue side.
I cannot believe what we just saw. Axiom really said, "All right, where the hell is the 500-pound ankle bracelets, wrist bracelets? I'm going Rock Lee in this goddamn game," and he just went off. No remorse for the ADCs, no remorse for the mid laner. Like, Axiom has been the one bright side to this entire game currently.
Yeah, we're talking like this, like Edstium, like the presence that Edstium has is so immense that there's a 10k gold lead for Mingos, but it still feels very close. Honestly, it still feels so close with Edstium. If he plays somebody, like, we saw that one team fight, he went really badly because Soraka was there. But if we can, single out the Soraka, maybe go for single targets again, well, it's looking very, I don't know, I'm terrified, at least, for Edstium, but for Mingos, they're doing a great job. I mean, like, they take down all these, I'm saying it feels close, but it's just like, God,
yeah, they were. I was kind of wondering if they were going to be overstaying right there. Then once the call came out of base, it's like, if he's going to make a stand, he needs to make something happen. And sure enough, he saw the triple kill and he went and cleaned it up and kind of held off the game just a little bit longer. But unfortunately, I think as well as XDM has been doing, Zal just got starved out of this game. And this the game's not over yet. I mean, we'll see what happens. Strange things may happen. XDM may 1v9 this, but I mean, it's gonna. Oh.
All right, maybe 1v9's a
And
little
that was
too
it.
hard. 1v3 doable, so now we have to limit test for 1v4. But is that with or
Yeah.
without Soraka though? That's the question. Soraka is like really the difference between XDM. But now it looks like this is going to be the end. They're looking for a 15 fight count. This goes out. We see that the Orange Horn has also been popped. Gets a nice 4-man, but unfortunately, second one is just going to go down here. Zap still, like you said, is starved out, so he can't do enough damage or deal with it. He has 2 items, but he needs a third one in order to get his power spike off, and now they're just looking for a kill in the base, going to flash out, and it's going to be the win for the Zamingos, tying it up to 1-1 here.
Yeah, XD could not. I'm just gonna call him XD so that I don't mispronounce his name anymore. But he just had so much of a load to try and deal with, and I feel like it was just a little too much.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's certainly. I mean, he stepped up, and if we could have had Zalp in the game, just a little bit more, it certainly would have made the big difference to them in that game. But also kudos to the Mingos for tying it up, and I will say that Soraka was a huge add that game. I know we were kind of iffy, with the Caitlyn Soraka, but I mean, it played well, and Kashiki did not die once. Soraka, I think, went 1-0-14, 1-0-15, something like that. And did what he needed to do, stayed back, healed him up, kept him up, and even there at the end, second win, just trying to, get on to Soraka to get her out of the game. And they realized a little too late that, hey, she's the reason that, these frontliners aren't dying yet.
Yeah, I agree. And obviously, Zalp starved. There's a lot that went wrong, and I think come game 3, the best of it all, we'll end up seeing these two gigantic 4-0 teams really show what they're hiding. Because I feel like they're still hiding the best that they both have.
Oh, they.
Let's see.
That was. Have we left from chat yet? Or are we still in
We're
chat?
still in right now. So I guess we're gonna take a quick break. I've been casting for a solid 2 hours right now, so I'm just gonna just go grab some water real quick. Tense game. I need to mentally prepare myself again to watch that Akali if it pops up again. So we'll be right back.
I'll be surprised if they let that Akali through, because holy crap, yeah. Once he
There's no
started
way.
popping off, yeah, I was.
Hello, we're back once again. Let me turn down that music for you folks. And we are here with game 3 of the Mingos versus MGM series. And it looks like we decided to stay on the blue side over for the side for MGM. And so I think Gwen was banned game 2, I believe. Yes, Gwen was banned game 2 in round 2 from the Mingos. But so they opted in to not ban away the Leona, but instead ban away the Akali. Don't want to see that again. That was scary. I thought it was super scary at the very least. I felt like a 10k goal difference, but it was like, but you know, the team that was in the deficit had the Akali. It was still super close because like if you fought without your Soraka, it was over. But you guys managed to do it, and Mingo's able to tie it up here for 1-1 against MG Mercenaries, so versus Glacial Mingos. So
and already kind of see what, already kind of seeing what the MGM is kind of looking for with the Yuumi and Hecarim lock in. It was interesting that they had picked Morgana to ban, and then they took Morgana off the table, and then Mingos, and I don't know if it's response to that or planning it, but they immediately picked up Nautilus. I was kind of hoping Blitzcrank that they were hovering, but I mean it's gonna be we see Vlad going away, and Ezreal immediately banned. So who do you pick here as the MGM? Who do you want to get your hyper? Who do you want to get Zalp on in this instance, Sumi?
Well, assuming that they don't ban away Kaisa. Well, okay. Well, they just banned away Kaisa.
Got him.
That could not have been any better timing. But really, what I would like to see Zalp on is kind of like a hyper carry. Give Zalp someone like the Jinx, or maybe even a Philios or Lucian. I think those would really be good here. Maybe not Jinx, because I think Jinx would prefer a much more hardcore engage ADC. But maybe it was a Philios, or even Jhin. I would say with Yuumi is pretty nice. It gets very annoying as well. So I really do hope that they do choose like a Philios or Jhin. I think that would be best bet here, especially if you're going against Xayah. Like, I think Jhin kind of is just the solid response here, since there's no Ezreal or Kaisa or Caitlyn.
Yeah, 3 ADCs banned away in that second phase, and it's actually pretty important ADCs because 2 of them super safe ADCs. Caitlyn you would consider as a pretty safe ADC thanks to her range, and then Ezreal also safe ADC thanks to his Arcane Shift. Fiora locked in. That's interesting. I don't know where it's going at all. It could be going mid.
I think it's going mid.
It could be Fiora mid as well. I mean, I wouldn't say that's a big too, but those are both like not the most agile. Sivir, pretty good, pretty safe-ish. Able to block away that Nautilus hook, so I like it, especially with the Yuumi. So we're looking to just play for that 300 CS win condition coming out from MGM that you're talking about. I personally thought in this situation that a safe ADC would be good, and Sivir, a great safe ADC against such an aggressive bot lane that Xayah and Nautilus. It's a hill to climb over, and you're not climbing it over with a cat. Honestly, if I had to pick a hiking partner, a cat would not be the one I pick.
No, and I wonder if they're doing some kind of a speed comp with this, with the Sivir ult, Hecarim dash, and then the Yuumi, zoomies. Just how fast are they going to get Hecarim to run in this game? Hope Second Wind has a screen lock so you can keep track of how fast Hecarim's going to be running in this.
Oh, absolutely. They are going to be zooming down everyone. But one thing I do want to just gain your guys' attention to, on the side of Mingos, their top side, it's more than likely Trundle in response. I think it was Trundle in response to Gwen, and I feel like the Fiora pick was just like, all right, if you want to choose Trundle, we'll choose someone that can match you, and Fiora's like the most ideal match I've ever seen against a Trundle.
Yeah, this is
interesting on the lineup, for each one. Something interesting I would have liked to see, even though Ginkachi doesn't play it a lot. The Rel we saw earlier today works really well against Yumi because you have two, you just layer your CC pretty well against Yumi, so then she just can't jump onto someone else. Well, I'm sure, he's at least giving the respect. Like, I'm not going to play a champion that I literally played twice and against someone, against this support at the very least. He's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm at least going to pick a regular support. Just going to be, pick a Nautilus, good support, still has a lot of CC, able to lock down some people. Looking to play pretty aggressive, and then they locked in the server, and it's like, alright, well, I guess we're not playing super aggressive, but we can still play somewhat aggressive.
Yeah, and man, I just gotta tell you, it'll be. I mean, just having. I forgot what I was gonna say. I just flabbergasted myself what I was gonna say. Like, I mean, I had a point, and I just completely forgot it.
No worries, they have as well, those man.
Within regards to Rel, Rel is a fun champion to play, and one that I would say is next to Leona in terms of hard engage. Like, if you're gonna go in with Rel, you're in, especially that ult pulling everybody to her and on top of her, and layering that with a good AOE ult, kind of like either with MF would be a good combo to see layer on that too. That would just melt people down. Yumi and Sivir, it'll be fun. If they can bait out the spell shield from Sivir, they might be able to do something. But it looks like they did definitely use Fiora to counterpick jungle Trundle top lane. So we'll see how Laner deals with that. If he'll play a little bit further back, he's of the Mingos, he plays a little bit more aggressive than probably he should. And if you're watching the VOD, yes, Nathan, you do play top lane, probably a little bit more aggressive than you should at times. We'll see how he does with the matchup in the Rec Arena with Fiora.
Yeah, Fiora obviously gonna be a very tough one. I want to see if Reich does end up being the more aggressive type, because if that is the case, I think Suki does have a fun time going into the top side, even helping out Lanier here. But at the same time, another matchup that I think does warrant some attention is the Gwen Rise. Personally, I haven't seen Gwen versus Rise like ever, not even in any of the pro play matches that I've been able to watch. And I know Rise is very harassing. He can be very annoying, especially once he gets his full combo down. Like, that's just so much damage. Gwen is, that perfect kind of counter, since if he tries to send out that Q, you can just put up that little mist around you, and immediately you're safe. So really, Exium has a very safe pick here, not just into Rally's Rise, but into Chandler Clark, who's manning the Zaya. I mean, when you think about it, Feathers can't do anything if you send up that mist, so you're just safe and fine.
Really interesting points to make, but I will rebuttal at the very least from MGM's comp. They have like no CC. They have Hecarim charge, and they have Yumi ulti. So their whole, it's what Psycho said earlier on with the whole speed comp. We're looking for a fast engage. We're looking to go in immediately, get everyone in, so then we don't have to worry about having to try to CC someone, have them stay where we want them in order to fight. We're just going to come to them where we want to fight. Which makes me also think like maybe Plat would be a good pick here instead of Fiora, just so you have someone to run in. But Fiora is just better against Trundle to deal with that case. So, and we'll just have to see how does the MG mercenaries deal with having almost no CC in their entire kit. Especially when you're thinking about Rise, you can just start going off. Yeah, you have to just try to kill him instead of trying to stop his combo. You actually have to try to kill him. Zaya, a little bit more mobile of an ADC thanks to her recent Gale Force build. Doesn't need to build the other ones right here. Could potentially build the Immortal Shield build for a little survivability, but honestly, I think the Gale Force is amazing here to have that extra dash to survive a little bit better, so you can line up your feathers easier and get those roots off, so then your Nautilus can come in, you get more CC change. Rides with his Everfrost that he typically builds, also another layer of CC, and on top of that, he also has the Rune Prison in order to get extra bits of more of a controlling fight. So Glacial Mingos has like every single one of their characters has some form of way to try to control this fight a little bit, and it's going to be a little bit of a hurdle for MG Mercenaries to overcome, just like how it's a hurdle for the Glacial Mingos to overcome this super fast engage that they're looking to do for MG Mercenaries. How will each side really pilot each one? I am curious about the Rise as opposed to someone like I'm really curious about like they're thinking about picking up the Rise as opposed to other sort of control mages. Not saying they're better, just because I don't feel like I have the knowledge on it, like which one's better in each scenario. But it's still very interesting to me about like the Rise pick versus, I don't know, the more comfortable Anivia, like we said, or even a Victor. But for now, it looks like we have gone into game here. Let me go ahead and show that. Oh, wait, one sec. I need to show that to stream, but and also zoom this out.
And you know, as you said, we are hopping in, and this is game 3 of what has been quite an exciting series, and immediately they've been spotted out. So Mingos spotted out, extra money for the Rise, but yeah, there's gonna be a very fun matchup. It is a black screen currently on stream.
Yep, I am fixing that. I'm just going to be switching over to display capture. Let's go. Nice
Right.
nice and easy. So, now let's go ahead and introduce these teams here. You guys want to go ahead and do that?
Well, sure. On the blue side, obviously MGM, man in blue side once more. Raikarano is playing the Fiora in the top lane. Second win, manning the Hecarim in the jungle was Peretti. XD is playing Gwen in the mid lane, and we do have Zalp and Yumi, or Zalp and 08 down there in the bot lane as the Sivir Yumi.
And over on the red side for the Mingos, we have TJ Lanier on Trundle in the top lane, Adam Suki on Xin Zhao in the jungle, Rally on Rise, I wonder if he did that on purpose, in the mid lane. And then bot side red, we have Chandler Clark and Gabe Kochki on Zaya and Nautilus.
Yeah, pretty interesting team comps on both ends here. We're talking about it literally our entire time, talking our heads off about it. So now we're seeing how it's going at least a little bit now that we're into the game here. And so far, nothing to really of note other than we see Anasuki starting over on his blue side. Second win's also starting on his blue side, so it might be just a trade of Scuttle Crabs. We're not looking to make anything in particular happen in the bot lane. At least from the side of the Glacial Mingos over to the side of NG Mercenaries. It seems like they are looking to maybe make something happen, or at least looking for full clears all the way out.
Yeah, that's not the kind of trade you want to take up there, Lanier. And well, Amelia to the mid lane is a flash from Rally.
I like the respect.
That's a terrifying horse. Yeah, that horse is terrifying.
I like the respect that the Rally did, burning his flash away. Already burning the Ghost coming in second win, but the Ghost definitely does come up faster than the Flash does. So maybe we'll see a repeat gank coming in here sooner than later. That means Rally also needs to look for a couple wards around here while TJ later. Ooh!
Uh-oh.
Nice!
Ooh, flash away from Riker right there, man. That was a good trade with good trade for Trunks. So keeping his thumbs up.
Yeah, and speaking of repeat ganks, I feel like I said something in this literally like 20 seconds ago. He's here, but it doesn't matter because Rally has, you know, played a little safer. He was like, all right, I'm gonna scoot back a little bit. I'm gonna scoot back. I understand I have no flash. I'm not going to push up too far. Second win, he's like, all right, I'm already here. I'm just going to make sure that he recalls. Ooh,
Later, what are you doing?
Oh,
Later.
All right, the ego, a little bit of ego seems to have taken over TJ Lanier, and unfortunately, it looks like he will be going down. He wanted to test it. He's like, you said Trundle is a weak matchup against Fiora, and then we saw Trundle was a weak matchup against Fiora in this instance at the very least, with him full on diving in. He does use TP in order to still get a little bit. He has the combat stats advantage, but he is down to Summoner spell now.
He could have done that if he had mana, but he was out of mana, had no way to cast any abilities, and just not the right Right.
Oh, here
Pick
comes
for
Teleport.
trade
Yeah,
right
and
there.
SCM is also here in order to really punish down TJ Laner and trying to make something happen. But Ansuki's also here in order to even it up a little bit. But speaking of evening it up, we do see on the other side of the map, the second wins also here. Channel Clark gets Quill low. He's going to fall down to Zalp, and Zalp is now going to be able to generate a little bit of a lead for himself here, thankfully. Also, we're going to be punishing Gabe Kochiki for backing so close. If he wants to back, he actually has to walk all the way to his tower and get there.
Well, not the exact start that you want. Ryan is unable to match the teleport from XZ, so he's just fine when he teleports up there, and he even gets a kill. Obviously, Riker, he does end up dying, but he takes the assist, and he's just fine. So, you know, Adasuki, he was playing this in out. You're not gonna be super terrified of the brawlers in out come the late game of it all. But I do just want to say, like, it could have been a lot better. Like, if XE doesn't end up taking the kill onto TJ, he's just fine, but there's no flash. So he ends up dying again. And even though he's just fine on the CS department, it's kind of worrying.
It is a little bit worrying, but this is just early game at the very least. It's not game over at the very least. A lot of things can happen. We'll be looking for that, especially with TJ Laner able to get that press the attack over onto Riker.
He is getting some decent damage down on Fiora. He gets his ult up. He might be able to take her out. I mean, I'm as much as Fiora is supposed to be a counter to Trundle, he is other than the one time he died. This may be it for all she wrote for Rikerson.
Yeah, certification already
Riker
used,
should
but here
be-
it goes. Yeah, TJ Laner able to finish off that kill thanks to the nice chomp.
I think he could have
Is that-
riposted.
Yeah. I don't remember if you can riposte that ability because it's an empowered auto attack, so it's like is it an auto attack or is it a spell? It's probably a spell, but I have no idea. In any case, TJ Landon now getting punished for still stepping up too far up forward, but he's not doing particularly that bad in this fight either. If he gets another chomp off, well, he could have gotten another chomp off. Maybe that would have actually spelled out a turnaround for himself. The second win, very healthy, has a lot of damage. Even popped the ghost to make sure that he had the extra AD going into that fight, and made sure that he is going to be doing just fine for himself.
Yeah, a little concerned if he had if again. I mean, it comes down just to mana management for Laner. I mean, he should. I mean, got the turret plating like he should have, but should have just really backed off maybe a little bit before then, let the minions take it down the rest of the way. A little bit more mana, he probably could have been able to turn that because they were fighting in his minion wave. So just almost got it, but just again a little bit on the times that he's died.
Yeah, over in the bot side, I'm just curious what he's doing here, looking to try to make something happen, but obviously did not make it at least very apparent. We're seeing something possibly happen in the mid lane. They're looking, nothing's happening because Gwen got the nice little mist in order to make sure the runic prison isn't going down here. Jelena needs to be careful. He does want to get. Oh God.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Ezreal also using the 1,000 cuts past it. Okay, managed to get the flash off, but the fear also gets him a little bit low. Adamsuki looking for something. He's in the bush. He sees the second wind, uses the wind, becomes lightning in order to knock him up. 3-time strike in order to hit the hits. Here comes Realm Whooper as well. We're going right back onto him. We're stuck in between a rock and a hard place, and he's just going to end up on the end of Adamsuki's spear.
Yeah, that was the game gone wrong. Axiom did not hit the last bit of the needle points, so instead, needlework. My bad. Yeah. Instead, not the full damage comes out, and then the full-on commitment there. You see it. It doesn't land completely.
Oh,
wow.
Nathan, what is it? He's beating himself, I feel like, with some of these trades.
2 flashes burnt, too. They just both used their flash there.
Adamsuki, being sneaky. Unfortunately, there's a ward. No spoilers.
Yep. There's 2 wards.
There's 2 wards.
And a Hecarim.
You're really buying your time. And Hecarim is around here as well, so we're looking to see what's going to happen. Subjugation is also ready, available from TG Lanier, so I don't know.
Again, he's low on mana. I think he's rushing. I think he's a little anxious. I don't know if it's just how he plays or if it's the 1-1 in the matchup, or in the series. But I mean, it's like you see it's there. He just needs to wait a little bit more mana for it, and he'll be fine. But he just pulls the trigger so fast on some of these.
Yeah, I think Lanier really like when he feels like he can win, like he full on commits to it. By the way, we see everything. We are seeing everything on the stream, Rex.
My bad. Well, there you go. I just changed the stream title. I forgot. I was showing the display catcher instead of lore catcher. I wonder if it is fixed at all. No, you can still see my cursor, so that means not fixed. Sad. Move
Big
this
sad.
up a little bit.
But as I was saying earlier, no, I think Lanier just feels like he could really beat Riker in a 1v1, but he has to realize like this isn't like the matchup beforehand where like he had Wukong, where he had like a very super strong champion. You have a Trundle. Relax, dude. You have a Trundle into a Fiora. You can dance all you want up there. It doesn't change the fact that there's still a lot of damage.
And he's gonna pay the price for taunting right there. Take a little bit of damage. Needles from Gwen coming in.
Yeah, on the other side, we see in mid lane, Rally just getting a nice, slow but methodical combo onto second win. Make sure he gets all his Qs down and hits on him. Gets him real low, so that means he doesn't want to stay around. But as for TJ Lanier, you're able to get that needlework ulti off of it. It's just do a little bit of a dance, able to get an ulti off. Some may say it's work, some may say it's you're just taking free damage. Who knows? At the very least, Rowley giving out some free damage and taking a little bit himself, taking from that tower. While over the bot side, looks like we're looking for a lot of free damage, seeing that we're looking for an engaged TP coming in from, I don't know who it is, it's Etzium. He's looking for it. He uses the E in order to get in there. 2 procs on the scissors, but he's just surrounded now. And Rowley, he has the TP now. He's here. He's looking for the cat. Rune Prison. Can it go down? It doesn't need to. He uses the Q. I forgot what it's called. Was it Overload?
No, I think Overload's the W.
No, W is Runic Prison.
Round's
Or
gonna be
not
plating
the
there,
B.
and looks like they should be heading to get set up for the next dragon that's popping up next. Oh no, never mind. Dragon is up.
The next
They had a
dragon's popping
really
up
good
right now.
response. Yeah, they had a really good response there. Like, really, Axiom TPing down there without the needlework was like, okay, questionable, but we understand why. And then they really committed to trying to get just to 1 kill. And Rally this time, he had the TP, he helps his team rally, and also brings his team down.
Yeah, it looks like he could not rally himself. He does not have the flash. He doesn't want to use the realm warp because you see that second one could just honestly knock him out of it. So it's going to be going down there, unfortunately. But he does now have his Everfrost, so that is also a plus side.
He has that. Was able to get 3, almost 4 plates off that bottom turret.
Yep.
Yeah, there is 2 plates at the very least. They're looking to try to maybe get that 3rd off, but they are going to have to back off instead. For Zelp to grab at another time with another pushing wave, perhaps. Doesn't have anyone in bot lane just yet because Shannon Clark did go mid lane to cover for Rally since he was bot lane earlier, so we'll have to see. Top lane just seeing a little fight. Subjugation goes off for PJ, so he's getting a nice heal off, but can he do anything? No, it looks like the Core Drinker in return. And
Be careful, Grand Duel.
Here comes
The Grand Duel.
Looks like Fiora will be able to pick it up.
He was in there. It was out in there and out. And then just he should have. If you're going to commit like that on a Fiora with your, with Tron, just blow your, all your combos on there. You just need to go all in. But he kept going in and out, in and out. He just needed to make his mind up and stick with it.
Yeah. He was hesitating a lot, and this is Essence Reaver first on him as well. Haven't seen that one, so interesting. But that was the one thing I was kind of concerned with if Reich would end up going with the Grand Duel at any point in time, and he held on to it for a while. So I was like, okay, maybe maybe it's like a bug for us. And then he finally used it. I was like, oh, okay. He just really wanted to bait laner into a point where it's like, all right, your subjugation's over. You're more away from your tower, and I can beat you way too easily. You're 1-4-1 for a reason, my guy.
Yep. Yeah, no, I mean, and again, we're gonna see again continue to bait him out into some of those fights. I mean, he's getting Fiora a little low, but I mean, I think Recarino has shown that he knows his champion in the matchup better than Laner does, and he's punishing him for it.
Yeah, and my apologies. I just feel like, well, wow.
Oh, so close in order to
The
finish that kill.
disrespect,
Yeah.
the disrespect underneath the tower like that.
Yeah, but he is going to be backing off the second wins here. It would potentially pay him to kill himself if he did that. So, he also saw
Oh, Fiora.
TP from
Coming in from
Fiora. They're
Theo.
looking for Santa Clark. He's slow. He's having used the ulti. Grand Duel also popped as well. He does get the root off actually before the
Good flash.
and
Ooh.
flashes away as well. So stays alive.
That was beautiful by Clark.
Yeah, if that flash does not come out, Clark is so far dead. Like, there's just no way to survive.
You almost just let him take the death. If you don't have the flash to follow up with the ult from Xayah, you almost just let the death happen, because otherwise it's a wasted ult. But he's able to ult and flash right after, so it's good for Clark to be able to use it and get out. Oh no, okay, at least he's got help this time.
Yeah, he does have help. TJ Linear, here it goes, and we finish the kill. Rally
Every time Nathan goes in, I get scared because he's gonna just get banned and go in too much.
Yeah. Also, hello there, Reign of Kings. In the chat, just actually with the whole title, Reign of Kings here. Looks like the Fjord doesn't expect the Rise to be in the bush, but does do a good sidestep. Here comes second win.
Lanier.
Oh, they're looking straight over it, but they don't notice that TJ Lanier is also here. The way it's like they see him on the map. It's like, wait, hold up, wait, hold up, wait, TJ, wait, hold up. We're still watching the chase over on the minimap.
All we have to do was follow the damn Rise, TJ. That's all it was.
All you had to do, but here comes a tower dive. They're actually doing a second win does go down, but it goes over for the Yumi kill. They're gonna have to switch tower aggro. Oh, Yumi's still alive.
Oh no.
Minions are here in order to help him out stay alive. Oh, can they get the? Oh, they don't get the root off on the cat.
What are they doing?
Oh, the cat gets a 2 kill. What's happening? And TJ didn't die. You mean he was getting chased down by a Hecarim all the way to Rift Herald, and then he didn't die? And Gabe and Chandler just went for a botch dive. They I saw what he was trying to do. I saw Chandler. He was trying to get the E off, auto attack, get the E, so then they root the cat before he jumps onto Edstium. But like only one feather honestly hits the cat, and then we die too, and we give a kill over to Edstium, and then Gabe Kochki is just like, I'm out, dude. I can't. And then he dies to tower shots.
First of all, what the fuck was that? Second of all,
late. I gotta interrupt you. The second win wants to go again. Oh, and I interrupt you for nothing. This is fun.
What is happening? I cannot. Excuse my language, but oh my goodness gracious, the amount of fighting.
Yeah, speaking of which, fighting, Adam Suki goes in, he uses the Crescent Guard in order to knock away a couple of opponents. He managed to get 1 kill on Adam to the second win here, but here comes the Death Charge as well in order to make sure that we get a little extra CC. Good ulti coming down and to negate a lot of this damage, but Zalp is still alive. Rally able to get a Hour Frost off as well. Channel Clark getting a good E. Oh, Channel Clark, don't take that one, please don't. Rowley's looking for something, but he's just going to get caught up right there. Fortunately, TJ Lanier also just pushing out the top lane because he's like, my team doesn't need me. He has TP. He was like, nah, my team got it. 4v5, easy peasy. Edstium has the recall. He's here, and now he's looking for a fight over TJ Lanier. But you gotta watch out for the man with the mallet. Man with mallet, can he beat a horse though? I don't think though. I feel like the horse I feel like the horse won.
I figured it out. No, they got
the really came in there.
So it's like a game of it's like a game of rock paper scissors. Man with mallet beats scissor lady, but horse beats man with mallet.
No. Random Kings. It's not a Trundle gap. I mean, you guys have played against Nathaniel Laner. You know what the guy's like. What this is they're playing an Inting Scion strategy, but with Trundle. He's just running it down continuously. No matter what happens, he has one objective, and eventually he's going to get beefy enough and strong enough to where they won't be able to deal with him. And that's what's happening. He's just marching it down, brute force marching it down top lane. Has his job, and he is doing it.
I can't wait until he brings out the hole breaker.
Can I just mention that this is literally the scenario that we were hit with in game 1, but reversed. Like this is game 1 but reversed. Hello?
So Random Kings, if you guys are catching it for game 3, Mingos vs MGM, in game 1, Zalp was like 12-1-3 on Kaisa and just running it down top lane, just tower after tower inhib, Nexus turret, and Migos couldn't respond. They're doing that, but with Trundle, who is 2-6-2.
And not because they can't respond, but it's because they don't think they need to.
That's it.
The last fight lasted for about a minute and a half before anyone responded to Lanier, who just said, "All right, you gotta give me this tower, okay? Oh, inhibitor tower. Oh, don't mind me. Oh, this next tower. Oh, thank you so much."
Oh, he's going
And
in.
he is running down
the
Fiora now.
substitution.
All right,
Yeah,
go
the
get on
Randall
him,
was even
Trundle.
No, I want the minions. I want the farm. I want the farm.
No, I could hear the comms now. Hey, do you guys need me? No, stay up there. We don't want you. You drag us down. You keep running it down top lane. We'll do the rest. You just stay in your lane and stay away from us.
But on
That's
bot
exactly
lane,
what the comms are doing.
But on
Just
bot
wait until you
lane,
get a hole breaker, damn it.
yeah, just keep it away. Keep it away. Just keep auto attacking him. You'll get it down eventually. Oh god. He has a pushing threat while we're looking for the Baron buff actually right now. Seems the Rift Herald has spawned, but it doesn't matter because they didn't even notice. It's like, hey, now I have Baron buff. Now, all right, let's go for a second fight. Here we go. Second fight.
Come on.
We can't do it.
Come on, Lander. Come on. Oh, never mind. All
Now
right.
Rise also looking for the cat. I think he got him with the Oh no, he didn't get him with the Everfrost. So
He's fine.
didn't. Yeah, the cat's fine. So
The cat is fine. They're getting out just fine.
the cat is just fine for now. Right now, you know, we're looking over. We haven't really talked about really much about the game. There's 3 dragons over for.
Have we been able to?
There's 3 dragons over for Glacial Mingos. They have 4K gold lead and they have 3 towers ahead of them. But at the same time, we're just still watching TJ Lanier just run it down a lane, and it's sometimes working.
Ooh. Suki just taking the red buff away from second win there.
Hey, it's okay
Don't
there,
worry,
Metello. Don't worry, Metello. I'm also confused. I've been playing
We're-
this game for 8 years. I'm watching the
ADCs are almost identical in everything. That's all we have to know right now. The ADCs are almost identical.
Watching Glacial Mingos is always a fun feat because it's like all 8 years of previous experience of League of Legends just gets thrown out the window and they just show me some new tech. It's fun. Ah, yes, you're
Let's
right.
go.
Time for a hole breaker on the Trundle. Let's go.
That is true. And so what we're seeing is, you know, the first game and second game, it was either Zalp or it was XDM that was really running and carrying it. This time we see Fiora, but Fiora is having to answer. She has to answer Trundle. And if they have Fiora in the team fights, it's going to go well for them. But it's just kind of Yeah, I mean, you said it well. Everything is kind of like even with the ADCs and mid laners. And I guess what Mingos are doing well is they're keeping Fiora out of all the fights that are happening and away from the objectives.
Yeah, and another thing I do want to say, they kind of locked themselves into this when they first picked the Gwen, and well,
That
they're
was
gonna
really
pick up the
interesting.
kill on.
Yeah, pick up 1 kill, but can Adam Suki pick up the 2nd kill? He is able to, but he might just forfeit his life for that. Ooh, a great riposte coming out from Raiko in order to stop that recount prompt. But now Riley's here. He's like, oh, I can save my friend, and now he realized he needs to save him, saving himself. Now we've seen Champ Clark, he's looking at Ego, and on top of Zap, he does able to get the kill over in his Zap, but unfortunately, now he's super low, and he doesn't want to go over to where the Fiora is, and really just doesn't want to, oh, can he hit it? Okay, he's able to hit it, but I don't think that matters. Can he? Oh, okay, he still isn't able to get out, unfortunately, and Champ Clark is still here for some reason, instead of hitting that recall button. but it's fine because he didn't check, and yeah, he didn't check. So now we're just gonna give away this dragon. It's fine. We have 3 dragons ahead. 2 dragons ahead is just fine too. Still 4. You know, honestly, if we're looking over at a jet, like a jet wise, nothing changed other than now that MGM has a dragon. Gold lead is about the same.
I just want to say it's the funniest thing in the world to see that the Zaya is just like, you know what, I'm gonna go for anyone who's in my path. I don't care. And we see Reich, who is the #1 threat to Zaya currently, and Reich's just like, yeah, Tachki's who I want. Yeah, he's like, I want Gabe. I saw him dancing in that last game. I want him. And like 1 blast play, he gets out 2, and well.
Ooh, okay, that was a really good pillar coming out from TJ in order to prevent that. So that's a free kill over the second win because he has no flash.
Yeah, 2 deaths.
Fun fact: the first time I was playing Trundle, I actually pillared myself in with the dragon on accident, and the enemy team, Evelyn, accidentally left the game because he was laughing so hard.
Oh.
Now that's some tech. That is some tech you don't hear about every day. Now the stuff you can only hear about from GRLCS admins. But
like,
here we go. Now we're looking
to
go in over onto him. He used spell shield a little too early, but now we've decided to directly camp over onto TJ Lanier, who's now actually getting the worst end of this. But he's like, I just need the inhibitor. I just need the inhibitor. He's able to get the inhibitor. Now it's going to be a 4v5 scenario. I'm not counting you because it doesn't count. But in any case, it looks like the fight has started. Amasuki's in the deep of it. He already used the crescent guard, but now it's a 3v5 situation. Second win, still looking to get in on top of these carries, but just dies immediately with how much damage they do. Now we're looking to see a 4v3 situation. Gabe is still low, but he has a good CC or 2 left in him if they want to go for anything. And Nareko is still very scary. That is the last bits of my commentary.
Yeah, and there was really only 1 ultimate left, which was the Grand Duel on Reich, and I'm pretty sure that they're just going to keep respecting Reich no matter what. So there's no reason for them to overstay. They got what they kind of wanted, and then we saw from that small moment that they did stay and they tried to fight back, they were just blown to smithereens there. Good job, Telo, taking notes there. And you know, obviously, if you're taking notes from this game as well, one thing to note, Fiora Scary, run away. Even with every ultimate burned, respect Fiora.
He built the Hole Breaker.
What's there?
I don't know what builds into Hole Breaker, so I was just looking at his build. I was like, what is he going? And then I see it. He built the Hole Breaker. He's going into another lane, and he's going to say, see you guys at the end screen.
We got Hole Breaker Komodo hype. I don't know. And Reich says, I don't care.
Subjugation already used by TJ Lanier, and unfortunately, that's his only tool he can use against Reich, in order to stop him from him, from just one-shotting. But here comes the second Baron of the game.
Yep. They're just shredding these things now, and Baron Empowered Main is going to be pushing the bot lane and helping out Lanier here with this fight with Fiora. Is he can go, but nah, he's not. No. There he goes.
Oh, he's TA.
Yep, that's it.
I cannot.
Good night, sweet prince.
10 death power spike. Here we go. He's just like a Yasuo, I promise.
And they're just keeping Fiora busy, keeping her away from the action, and they're just gonna slow push these waves in and try to clear out the jungle, get vision up.
But I will note that
really.
I will note that Elise Striker is level 17 now. That's really high. That's really high.
Yeah, Riker. He's the only one that can deal with him, and yeah, at the same time, if they just give him a Hope Breaker as well and say, all right, go topside, we'll try our best since you have a TP. We'll try our best to hold off. I'm pretty sure Lanier and Riker just both push as hard as one another. If not, I think Ike even gets the stronger push because of his double auto ability that he has. So really, all they need to do, send Riker to another lane, and then if need be, he could TP back. Like, that is what they have to do if they want to try and get back. Because right now, with how they're playing as if, like, you know, they have the 100% lead, and they can just play a little safer, but they cannot.
Yeah. I mean, even though we have a 10-3 Fiora, I
Wait, the
thought.
teleport got stopped.
Oh, the teleport did get stopped, so that means he doesn't have that available. While TJ still has TSTP available. Oh, this is going to be the Dragon Soul fight here. TJ Lanier still has his TP available, and he's going to be using it while we see the Fiora making his way down. We're going to have a fight start off. Channel Clark able to get the first kill over onto second win.
Everyone's dead.
And, okay, everyone's dead. Everyone's dead. Everyone but
Yeah,
Riker's dead
that's-
because he's mid lane.
It's over.
No, it's not over yet, but everyone, that was really fast. I was ready to get into it. It's like, all right, we're gonna have a nice long team fight, and everyone's dead. They're all
Second
gone.
literally went in as fast as possible and got taken out just as fast as he went in. Like, that was it.
I also want to point out, say hello to Sleeping Giant. This is the top Mingo top laner, 4 and 10 now, but unfortunately, oh my goodness, this Riker is still so scared. Oh my goodness.
I
Wait,
don't
it's over?
understand what just happened right there. That was.
Wait.
They just went past the turret, went into the base. 2 of them died, and then they just takes it out of the top lane with taking no objectives.
Guys, I need to eat dinner at some point, please.
Somebody
You
make it make sense for me.
cannot
I don't
make
understand
this
why they
up.
did that.
Okay.
You cannot make this up. The Mingos is holding us hostage. That is what this is.
All right. I know you guys aren't in the chat because you're good boys and you're not going to be listening on the stream while the game's going on, because that would be a very, you're not supposed to do that, that's
Naughty.
I know you wouldn't be doing that. Yeah. But guys, I need to eat dinner. It's 10 o'clock where I am. I need to eat dinner. I literally just spent the past 3 hours casting one of your games, a different game, another game, and then I'm back here. I've circled back around to the Mingos and MGM, and honestly, it's been a long day. This is a fun game. I'll be honest. I love seeing the Hullbreaker because I thought the Hullbreaker was going to be stronger
We got
when
Thorn
on
Mail.
release. And he got the Thorn Mail as well. It looks like we might have caught out HCM because it doesn't have any teammates around him. He has no He has a TP available, but they have so much CC to stop him. While TJ Lanier realizes he's in the wrong lane because he's in the same lane as Riker, but he has the subjugation. Wow, the subjugation is doing a lot of work here too. Wow.
You can take it, TJ. Just stay with it. Commit to it. We believe in you.
You got this. Okay, TJ
All right,
running.
see you later.
He's running.
Oh, but he has the
Wait,
push.
go back.
No, the bush strat doesn't work. She has a ward. He's going to fight. They're squaring up. Fight back. He fought back.
Oh, he lost.
He lost.
That's the what was it, 11th time he's died. That's probably 11 times now that he could have gotten Fiora and he just leaves. He just leaves her alone. Exactly. Mateo, exactly. He just needs to fight back and he's not.
Bro, why is it like I'm just imagining Riker every time he sees TJ, he just goes, "Oh shit! All right!" He just starts freaking out. Like TJ's just standing there, like, "Kill me, do it right now, please. I don't know how to start or end this."
And here we go again for another engage. Second win.
And there goes.
Pop. He pops the Predis. He runs in and he gets rooted, and that's the end of the engage. He dies
Done
out.
this twice.
And now we're going back to pushing mid lane. 4v4. Let's go. We'll just here's
I
the
don't
fun.
know who I want more on my team. If I want the Heckram or if I want the Trundle.
It's a fun time. It's okay. We're seeing that we're going in for a fight. Champ Clark is virtually untouched the entire time, doing so much damage. Now he's being very much touched a lot, actually. He's burnt. He's almost dead. But it's okay, because the red buff doesn't kill him. He's fine. He never dies here. Because Rally is instead the one who picked it up and picked up some of the kills. And SDM, he's level... Is that 15? Level 15? He gets... Why so... I guess you've been grouping up a lot, too, so... I guess that makes sense, I was looking over at Rally, it's like, he's level 17, so we should be level 17. And then I looked over at HCM, he's like, he's level 6. Now he's level 16 at least, but yeah.
Tier 3.
Sorry, I'm just
Like,
tired. Baron buffs
this
up.
is-
We still, we have a lot of damage
Is
from
this
both
the third
sides.
Baron?
Huh?
Is
It
this
is
gonna
the
be
third
the
Baron.
third
I
Baron?
can't
Oh
remember.
my
I
god.
can't remember.
Third Baron, and I believe Elder spawned.
Elder is going to be
Guys,
spawning up
we
in a
are
minute as well.
almost 35 minutes in. One of y'all, please take advantage. You're right at that 300 CS, bro.
Rise Home is also building. I believe that's going to be a frozen. Yeah, there it is, the frozen heart.
Frozen.
I like it. I
What?
like it.
And when you would talk about differences in the games here, I mean, so far the stats are somewhat similar. I mean, Mingo's probably slightly ahead. They are ahead in gold. Support-wise, Nautilus vision score is 82 to 68, but the ADC vision scores they had 34 to Sivir 18. And so, I mean, all the Mingos, I think, except for jungle and top lane, I mean, everybody is just putting more wards down, getting wards removed.
Here we go.
With the fight breaking out.
Looking for a fight here. Do you see that Raiko is into deep? He was like, you know what? If I can go in, get a kill, it's going to be fine. But it doesn't matter because he didn't get a kill. Here comes the Gale Force. He doesn't have the E available for Chance Clark. He does get it at the very end in order to kill second win.
Wow.
And that is everyone because it's the did he TP bot lane or did he use it earlier? I see TP is down, and he's bot lane.
I think he TP'd bot.
Unfortunate.
Nope.
So
Poor Chandler.
now, yeah, it's fine. He can walk. He has 2 pairs of feet. He has feet. Just gonna be walking it back in. It would have been nice to take in some
Hey,
minions
why aren't
with
you
you.
thinking that?
What? No,
He's setting-
Nah, he's dancing.
he's busy. Okay, he's busy.
Domingos.
He's getting me my dinner. Let's go.
Domingos, after 35 minutes, will end the game and will take it 2-1.
Oh my
After
God.
what I have to say is the best game of the GRLCS Platinum Division.
Oh my god, Nathan, I don't even know what to say. You guys are going into the base, you're letting Rise tank the Nexus turret, and you're just dancing beside him. Just okay, here. Even though I'm the beefy one, you take the damage instead. Yeah, that makes sense. But
He's
congratulations,
taking his
Mingos.
horse to the Old Town Road, okay?
Oh
Let him
my
be.
god. Oh my god.
You know what's
Great
funny?
series from both teams all around. It was fantastic
That
game.
was so good.
They did it, Sleeping Giant. They did do it. That means I also get to have my dinner. Congratulations there,
Moto
Glacial
hype.
Mingles. I also want to say, if we're overlooking, I have the gold right here since the whole like victory screen didn't pop up. I have the gold right here. TJ Lane is only 1,000 gold behind of Riker. I mean, that granted, that is like after they like end the game, but
Mhm.
like he's not even that far off, honestly. Like he just died so many times and didn't get a kill in return. He was worth nothing. So,
And then he got 4 kills out of nowhere.
And it worked. Oh, congratulations. And
Do we
okay.
want to do an interview?
I'll be on. I love you guys. Okay, I love you both.
Yep.
MG Mercenaries. Glacial
They're our
Mingos, I
beautiful
love you
babies.
both.
MG
You guys are great. This was an amazing
Yep.
series to watch. I haven't eaten dinner. I'm hungry. I need
Go eat,
need
Rex.
some food.
Go eat Rex.
Oh, okay. But with that, we're going to be signing off. Really great series. I've been Let's Go Dragon. He's been Psycho. Well, one of them's been Psycho. You can't tell. I'm pointing, but it's like there's nothing to point at. I'm literally pointing at my screen. So he's been Psycho. Another one's been Asami. We've been casting for a solid 3.5 hours. I'm gonna get some dinner, and I'm gonna be signing off here. So bye, guys.
Adios.
See you guys.